Does it seem loud? It seems very loud. This game is not, like, look, I have the music and everything down pretty low already, and it's just really loud. Sound effects are also pretty high, so maybe we ought to tone those down a bit too. Okay, alright, that should be good. Yeah. Yeah. So, we spoke with this gentleman who's just kinda doing his thing. The sign identifies these waters as a site of historical importance. This pool is the birthplace of largest mouth Luke, a bass representing the I can read. It's fine. I know how to read. I've only been doing it for so long. Crash the Fluffy Bear. Hi, hello. It's good to see you. Look, come watch me read and struggle at reading. It's fine. I can do it, I promise. This pool is the birthplace of largest mouth Luke, a bass present at the signing of the Declaration of Dependence on August 2nd, 1792. He returned to his home waters to die, but his body was never found. Okay, so who do we depend on? Uh-oh. The vicious puddle reflects a gloomy face. Talk to him. Talk to the puddle or the man? Spirito! Hi, hello, how's it going? Getting your greetings in? There we go. Yeah, let's see. Let's talk to the puddle first. I want to see how the puddle's feeling. Hello, sir. I can't understand you. It's a puddle. And a wheel of fate. Alright, let's do it. Spin it to win it. What's it gonna be? Let's take a drink. Well, I've tried drinking my chai. It's a little hot, so I think I'm gonna go for the water first. Wow. Goodness, do you ever realize, like, how thirsty you are as you're taking a drink? You're like, oh my god, this is really good. Yeah, that was my experience right there. It was very, very transcendent. Just chai tea. Like, just, it's really hard to say, like, what kind of chai is chai, because it's always just, like, a mixture of wild spices. Usually there's, like, some cinnamon, some cardamom, some ginger, some pepper. But this is just whatever stash tea makes. It's good. It's still steeping. It's getting there. It could definitely use some sweetener. I've made that mistake. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and talk to the man then, not the puddle. What's the matter with you? She's left me. I was not prepared to start dealing with relationship issues here, friend. I mean, who left you? Amphibious truck. Oh, so not a person. No, I'm more interested in amphibious trucks. So what happened to your truck? Our truck? It's the company truck. We used to take it to the fish to market. Couple nights ago, I forgot to fill her up before bed, and that must have really ticked her off, because the next morning she was gone. No, nothing. Are you suggesting the truck is sentient? It's funny. I wouldn't have thought so, but I can't see any other explanation for it running off the way it has. I don't know, maybe someone stole it? It could be a number of things. Could it have anything to do with the missing kids? Tom and Kathy? You'd have to talk to Mr. Chapman or Mr. Tracy about that. Maybe they took the truck, I don't know. Seems like a stretch. When did the children go missing? Same day as the truck, but I think that's probably a coincidence. Okay, how far could someone gone in the truck? With the gas left in her, couldn't have gone further than 100 miles. 100 miles, okay. No, 100. Sorry, 100 is fisherman's lingo. It means 11. I'm gonna have to be patient with this man. What's the puddle here? It's the gas I never gave her that night. It's here now in our special place, waiting for her to come home. Is it working? Obviously, you can see that it is not. Alright, well, that's a shame. She'll be back. She has to come back. She'll run out of gas otherwise. And where will she be? Good luck, I gotta go. I don't got time to deal with that. I'm just gonna hover right over the gas. Love my job, I'm getting paid to look like a fish. Alright, this guard seems to be here but skeptical of me. That's fair, that's fine. Alright, let's go ahead and climb on up in there. Something fishy going on. Kitty! The chum bucket is inscribed, a stranger is just a chum you haven't met yet. Aww, I'll take it. The bucket is secured to the floor. Those are decorative. And the chum inside? It's the very first batch of chum I ever made by Largemouth Bass and Sons back in the summer of 1803. It reminds us of our humble beginnings. Oh, cool. Can I have it? No. Okay. The chum bucket is inscribed, champagne for my real chums, real pain for my sham chums. Ah. Yeah, that's clever. Put that on a bumper sticker. Chum pain for my real chums, real pain for my chum chums. This one's a little more esoteric. I guess, yeah. Fisherman's cats are a touchy sort, and I regard unproven outside strangers with the highest suspicion, but we're going to try to pet her. The cat avoids your touch. You get the sense that the only true loyalty to the fisherman's cause will overcome its suspicions of you. C'est la vie. I've never had Tibetan chai. Lo, with the rubbing knife of righteousness has complete the bass been forged, the book of Charis. Surely a fisherman yearns for a glorious death at sea, not to wind up behind a desk. You should talk to him. Hello there. I wonder, do you ever wish you had a glorious death at sea? Ha ha! Many a sea creature has tried to give me one, pal. But before they can get their teeth in me, I've reboned them 6 ways to Suntag. He spits a wad of chewing tobacco out the door. Guy Chapman, Chief Reboning Officer, Largemouth Bass and Sons. Are you here about Tom? I saw there were posters about missing children. Find one child and you'll find the other. My Tom has been lured into the lair of Occam's gator by Jezebel of Adebino's daughter. A good and true fisherman led astray by that delinquent sorceress who's never cared a Walt Whitman for what we do here with largemouth bass. Walt Whit. All right. Yeah, that's the question we're going to ask about. Let's find out about Occam's gazer, though. Gator. Chapman's cheeks darkened to the murky hue of a humpback anglerfish. That's very specific. As long as there's been a largemouth bass and sons, there's been an Occam's gator to our great misfortune. I'd venture that there are no creature of nor land nor quiet of sea so terrible. 12 feet tall he is, red as a furnace, with smoke billowing from his nostrils. He and his rapacious, is that right? Rapacious? Appetites are plaguing on our business. He'll eat everything we've got. Largemouth baths. Everything. I think I've heard Occam's laser, yeah. Aren't they synthwave? I could be wrong. It keeps me up at night wondering what we did to deserve him. Is it a sin against the land to do both debone and rebone our fish? Perhaps, but damn it, that's what gives our bass its zing. Nice. I've probably definitely heard them then. How's Kathy responsible? Well, the arrogance of youth. Kathy Tracy never thought she did anything to fear Occam's gator. She didn't respect him. Several times I caught her attempting to summon the beast by shouting his name 3 times in a mirror directly into the mouth of a bass. It was always going to end with her in Occam's belly. I just didn't think my Tom would be a fool enough to go along with it. Do you think Tom could have run away on his own? What did he say was sexist? I don't see what he's saying is sexist. I don't see what's being sexist here. What? Just because Jezebel's a debonair's daughter? Maybe that's it. Okay, that's probably it. Anyway, do you think Tom could have run away on his own? Absolutely not. Tom's a third-generation bass boy, proud and true. Why, just last month he said, "I'm excited about my future in reboning largemouth bass, Dad." Does that sound like the words of a boy with one foot out the door? No, there's a simpler explanation. The siren song of Kathy Tracy, who lures good men into the belly of gators. I think I'm gonna twang him up just a little bit more here. Let's see. Is there a finder's fee? 200 meat for starters, and my mother's good fishing rod for the entree. On one good condition. I don't want you looking for Kathy on Tracy's dime. It's Tom that needs saving, and he needs saving from her. So that's the condition. Oh, and you need to also find Tom, so that's 2 conditions. Is that a special fishing rod? Tibetan chai uses butter, salt, and good black tea, cardamom, and ginger. Ah. That actually sounds pretty good. It is, and I'll tell you why. It has never caught a fish. Oh, that sounds worse than a normal fishing rod. It has never caught a fish. Always catches 2. Don't know how it works, don't want to know how it works. We just thank Poseidon for his bounty. How about throwing in fishing rights? If I can up my moxie by just a little bit, and I think I can, I could get a free fishing rod out of it. Probably, maybe, I don't know. Let's see if I can do that. What is my moxie? Only 3? How is my moxie only 3? Oh, that's right. I have a curse on me. I've been cursed. Yeah, I've got Noel's Dark Sigil on me. I've got +1 moxie, +1 moxie. This is only taking away 1 moxie. I should have so much more moxie than this. Why don't I have my moxie? What's going on? Harandraka, hello, hello. So in Truthwa, I'm actually pretty new to the whole tea scene. I'm very much so a coffee kind of person, but I like having like warm drinks this time of year. So ones that are not going to keep me jittery and awake all night would be nice. So I'm dipping my toes in tea right now. And well, not literally, but maybe literally later. I don't know. I think my feet could go for a nice chai dip. That wouldn't be too bad. Right now, matcha. A sweet matcha tea is about my favorite. But I'm really, really partial to oolong and chai as well. It's 25 types in your cupboard. Oh boy. All right. Oh, well, we have an expert in the room. All right. I need to figure out how to get more moxie. More moxie. I don't think any of these things are going to give me more moxie. I thought I had a good amount of moxie. Maybe I only got 45. Should have 1, 2, 3, at least. I got 4 from something else. Parmesan no, that's my attacks. That's 4. Okay, then that's part of the basic skills. That's back down to 3. Okay. I swear I would have more than that. Stan, Earl Grey, gotta have that bergamot. I actually do have some Earl Grey with bergamot. That was stash. I think I got some stash tea that is Earl Grey with bergamot. I'm excited to try it. I was gonna do that or chai tonight. Okay. So foods. Maybe something that I could. Yeah, I could just go ahead and sip some. I need 6. I need 6 moxie. I don't know if I'm gonna make this. I don't think I'm gonna make this. But I want that fishing rod. Chilled mouthwash. Goodness. That ups my moxie by 1, so I could get a total of 5 now. Face thickener? Alright. Some plain tea. Well, that's relevant. Weightlifting chalk, slippery lozenge, AP, HP. Unidentified chemicals. You don't know what's in this test tube, but you also don't know how to find out. I mean, we could just drink it. Melee weapon, chilled mouthwash. Ghost juice! Don't drink ghost juice. Don't do it. You know better than that. I will not taste the unidentified chemicals or the ghost juice. Thank you very much. Okay. I don't think I have anything that will quite get me there. Nope. Nope, it will not. Lip balm? Nope. Sleaze armor? I don't see how that would help. Can I drink this yet? Alright, still can't drink my coffee. It's fine, we'll deal with that later. Let's go ahead and keep talking to him. Let's talk about Tom. Is there a finder's fee? 200 meat for starters, and my mother's fishing rod for the entree. Oh, I think I already get it. Okay. Fishing rights would be nice, but I guess we're not going to get to fish. Deal. Hurrah! Now I have no idea where you might find Tom, but I'll tell you what I'll do is let you into our quarters in the back. I know he keeps a diary, though. I've never been able to make sense of the thing. Fundamentally, the way your generation speaks is utter nonsense to me. The mad ramblings of youth. Perhaps you'll understand it. Now bring him home, you hear me? I'm also looking for Charles Wallace. Have you seen Charles Wallace? Is he a fish? No. Then I'm not the person to ask. I'm a fisherman, friend. My bag is fish. If you're looking for a human, you want to be asking some sort of a human fisherman. I'm glad you can joke your way through your son's abduction. Fear does terrible things to the mind. I pray you never know torment like mine. I just said my friend was missing. His expression turned sour. Now that you've poked a hole in his premise, he has lost interest in the conversation. Okay, I don't know where your friend is, alright? What do you do here? I'm the chief reboning officer here, largemouth bass and sons like my father was before me, etc. It's a wonderful life and a good family. Alright, be seeing you. Doing good, doing good. We're all doing good. Excellent. No, what was the soup? Back there's a mess. No, it's okay. I don't mind. Not messy. It's the mess, as in where we have our meals. Oh, I thought they only called it a mess in the armed forces. And fishing is not the armed forces? What do we use to hold the rods then, huh? Your arms. Clever boy. This guy is exhausting my patience. Help you with some? Yeah, what's back here? Those are crew quarters. Wait, you live here? Where the fish live, we live. Cool, I'm going in. It seems the topmost leftmost locker belongs to Tom Chapman. Open it. It's locked. Crowbar, open it. That wasn't quite what you intended to do, but luckily you did manage to reveal a secret cache hidden behind the lockers. Search Tom's hole! No! No! I don't... Choose better words. You got an item. Tom Chapman's diary. So many fishermen don't get back largemouth bass because they don't hack the bunk beds. It's possible the largemouth bass fishermen would do their job while sleeping in a nice soft bed, but it's never been tried anywhere in the world. Oh, here's the mess that we managed to get into anyways. There's bones in the sink. Broken bones pile high in the sink. Detritus of the experiments of an apprentice reboner. Everything on this shelf is labeled hard tack. I'll take some tack. The non-perishable and long-lasting foodstuff sustains fishermen on their voyage from this building to the outside of this building. You got some hard tack. Oh, good. The sign claims that these are cups of homemade bone broth, and you should take one. All right, I'll do that. Not one to question the instructions on a tiny sign, you grab a cup. Bone broth. Unsuitable bones are ground up here into a thin meal. Hi, kitty. Hi, kitty. Can I pet you yet? Yeah, no, I still can't touch the cat. I'm not a fisherman enough. Well, Osmond, that door is only for fishermen. What is it? Fish. Can I fish here? All right. This guy is totally useless at this point. It happens. I still kind of do this. I use the phrase squared away, which apparently is a big thing in the military. Or was, because I've gotten on a few occasions like, oh, you were in the service? Who'd you serve for? Oh, no, no. No, I did not. Are the shotguns keeping you out or something else in? Who cares? I'm going inside. Alright, I guess we went inside there. Through the knife of the deboner doth still shape largemouth bass, and the world through our action. There are legion who do not believe and wouldst tear down thy work. The Book of Garrett. Tempted to magnify the misfortune of my stolen daughter. Any idea who did this? I can't prove it yet, but I'll be damned if Occam's Gator did not have his claws in this. When did this happen? 3 nights ago. I'm still in shock. I can't even muster the strength to close the safe. I can do that for you. It's not hard. Would you please? No. Trousers, your boots, and your vernacular. Fair enough. You're not close enough to read this. Yes, I am. Academy of Fresh Saltwater Game Fish. Certificate of Nominated Award. Be it known that Adam Tracy was nominated for an Academy Award of Merit for Outstanding Achievement. Deboning. Best deboning of a bass. Alright, we'll go ahead and close the safe for this fella. Or we won't, because I've chosen my bed, now I must lay in it. Alright. The grizzled mariner must hate being stuck behind a desk. Greetings. As a mariner, do you hate being stuck behind a desk? Excuse me, I make 6 figures a year behind this desk, and mind your manners. You're addressing Adam Tracy, Chief Deboning Officer of Largemouth Bass and Sons. You must be Erie, the one who's thrown in his law with that wretch of a reboner next door. Oh, surprised I know your name? Well, the largemouth bass have ears. All right. I'd like to talk to you about your daughter. I don't see the point. You've thrown in with the Chapmans already. Sounds like she might have run away from home. I'll excuse the remark as you don't know my Kathy, but suffice to say that's impossible. Kathy loves largemouth bass almost as much as assuming preordained roles in a multi-generational family business. No, Kathy would not simply leave home. There is a much simpler explanation. Occam's Gator. I don't want to ask about Occam's Gator because I already know about it, but, you know. So, you know, speaking about families and forbidding things, you know, maybe these 2 lovebirds ran off. Maybe this is a Romeo and Juliet clause, sort of. Clause? Romeo and Juliet situation. My chai is not great. I don't think I like Stash's chai. I think it needs sweetener. Occam's gator?
A monstrous gator, man. Centuries old, 10 feet tall, and if he's an 10 feet tall if he's an inch, with scales as blue as the deepest ocean. He has 2 tails as sharp as razors, and he's not afraid to shave you. His appetites are insatiable. He'll strike at night and gobble up our fish, guns, tax returns, whatever. And now I fear my Kathy.
Keep listening.
I don't know what we did to provoke his ire, but that beast has bullied and bothered our business since my grandfather was in toddler pants. I sometimes think the swamp itself has summoned him up to be our tormentor.
You think the Occam's gator ate Kathy? If Occam's ate Kathy, aren't we too late? That's a good question. I'll ask about that. If Occam's ate Kathy, aren't we too late?
Not necessarily. Occam's only handicap is his glacially slow digestion. Go ask Sylvester, a guard of ours. He was swallowed up by Occam's, but by stripping off in his belly, he greased up his body, and Occam's own fat, he was able to slither up and out of Occam's jaws while the great beast slept.
Okay, I'll go do that. Where is Sylvester?
I don't know, we had to terminate him for attempting to unionize.
Okay. My friend Charles is missing. Could Occam have taken him too?
Certainly it's possible. I don't think the criminality of Occam's gator knows any bounds.
Alright, let's talk about something else.
If you must, but I must warn you, my daughter's abduction makes me a poor conversationalist. If you think of Cicero's daughter was missing, he could have gone on and said all the famous sayings for which Cicero is known.
Cicero? Canonically, it's Cicero now. At least the way this guy pronounces it. So what do you do here?
As I said, I'm the chief deboning officer here. My team and I deboned the largemouth bass, after which it is passed over to my colleague across the way for reboning.
Alright, I'll be on my way here. Messing with your American sense of everyone is from here. Is this the mess?
It is. And just so you know, the fish we serve here is deboned, and that's just the way we like it. I don't want to see you putting new bones in the fish.
You definitely won't see that. Let's go ahead and go on in. Kitty! Fish and cats are slow to trust. Let's try to pet her. The cat ignores you as your attempts to try to befriend it. The only loyalty is the fisherman's cause and will win it over. Alright, so 2 cats that we cannot pet. Game is messing with me. The refrigerator hums with a quiet menace, or maybe it's the motor. Search it. The only item inside is a sardine salad sandwich in a cardboard box. The box is labeled Adams. Do not eat. I'm not that much of an asshole. The sign says take a bottle of bass oil, so we'll take a bottle of bass oil. Why, it's glued to the table. Bottles, crate, the whole thing. If you notice, you can reverse the sign. It says, if you can. Alright, we'll take the sign. You got an annoying sign. Good for us. There's a base thawing in the sink and in each of the drawers. In each of the drawers?! Okay. This door is locked, making this room even more disappointing. No, I didn't want to go outside. What's back here, your quarters?
How did you know that?
Well, that's where Mr. Chapman has his. Maybe the two of you are more similar than you'd like to admit.
Wash that mouth out with fish soap.
I don't think I will. You'll need to find another entrance or think about marrying in. Damn it! Alright, well, I guess we've teamed up with the reboners. Don't try anything funny. I mean, the water gets much deeper here. Okay. So, what are my options now? Go back to Mudhenge, or we could just wander a little bit.
Hey, get an eye on those big old palookas over there.
Hist? Molly points out two burly men dressed in leather and furs, bearing the body of a dead gatorman. Well, considering the swampy ground, they're less bearing and more just covering it in mud. They look up in surprise as Molly saunters over nonchalantly. What's that dope, Bruno? You fitting a lizard with a Chicago overcoat?
Oh, no, doll, it ain't like that.
Ain't it? My peepers ain't. Oh, jeez. Buck, come look at this. You take a closer look at the body of the gatorman before it disappears into the mud. He's dressed in some kind of uniform, with an official-looking cap and epaulets, and a big old canvas bag. These two mugs have gone and blipped a mailman. That's a caper that'll bring the G-Men down on you like a ton of bricks.
No, look, we didn't.
Ah, to hell you tell it to Sweeney. But don't flip your wig, sugar. We ain't pigeons. We won't rat you out to the boys to the flatties.
I appreciate that, miss. We've got something of a trading post here for leather goods and the like, if that tickles your fancy.
Should we steal from... All right, yeah, let's take a look. The two men retreat into the clearing while you confer with Molly. Oh, a leather store. Let's go have a look-see. Leather jackets aren't really my style. Maybe not, Buck, but gator skin handbags are always the Ritz. All right, we'll go check it out now. We got nothing better to do. Oh, these boys are set up in this swamp, right? Nothing to see here. The man observes you with monk-like serenity. Talk to him. Hi there. Looks like you've set up quite the trading post here in the swamp. The other man shakes his head.
Paul can't speak.
How'd you become a mute, Paul?
Now that's a very personal question.
Sorry.
It ain't a problem, it's just a hobby of mine to make observations on the nature of questions. Basically, Paul lost his tongue in a poker game.
Alright, can we trade? What is this? Ooh, so we got some gator punch. That's pretty good. Condensed swamp gas. Increase the... oh, yeah, we'll get some of that for sure. I have 1,000 meat. 1,000 meat. That's so much meat. That's muscle and physical armor, so no, we're good. It's much harder than normal attack, so we can get some of that. A pickaxe, a tool favored by miners for breaking rocks, removing hot dishes from ovens, trimming hedges, kneading dough, and catching baseballs. Yeah, I'll take a pickaxe. Never no one will need it, right? Is he playing Hoker with Emotep? Probably. Roll a duct tape, add physical armor to a hat. Yeah, that seems worth it. Sharpening stone. Powerful grits. Increase your muscle by 1 until you use something. Ah, we're good. What can I get rid of? Zimmerman's cello? Probably. I got some old stuff that just, it's not going to be good anymore. So we should arrange by our oldest possessions. No, well, no. We're good. What am I going to do with this paperclip? Increase stench armor by 3. We'll keep that. Glockenspiel necklace. Yeah, that's fine. Whoa!
Foolish mortals.
Logich the Glitch Witch. Hello, welcome to the haunted house. How are you, friend? Alright, I think we can get rid of these things. We can get rid of my garlic press because it doesn't do as good as everything else we have. Get rid of the slotted spoon for the same reason. We also don't do physical damage. Zimmerman's cello. We don't do physical... Oh, goodness! Tatsu! Tatsu! Ears up, y'all, if you have them. I feel called out. I don't have ears. How are you, Tatsu? It's good to see you. What were you doing? What are you playing? Let me give you a quick shout out here. Get you pulled up. What were you playing? What were you doing? Thank you. I gel it daily. That's a lie. I don't. Quick shout out to you, friend. You're playing some Hollow Knight. Oh my goodness. You got an ending.
Yeah, I will be.
Is it an ending you're satisfied with and you're going to not
and
continue
of
Hollow Knight, or are you
course,
going to
there's a
continue
Windows
Hollow Knight?
update on the streaming computer. Hard reset from the button. Go, 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 go.
Uh-oh. What happened? We lost you. We lost Tatsu. There they go. Hey, these things happen. Don't worry about it. Look at you, Mr. Fancy Pants, with your streaming computer separate from your gaming computer. Hey, these things happen. All right. Well, hey, everybody. Welcome to the Haunted House. We're currently playing Shadows over Loathing, which if you ever played Kingdom of Loathing or West of Loathing, same vein. Pretty great game. Love it. All right. You are going to continue. You weren't happy with the ending. I get you. I don't know that I want to sell Zimmerman's cello. It's a lot of money, but like all right, we'll keep it. I don't know. I feel like that's the thing that we should probably keep. Get rid of the grease gun. We don't need that. Keep all my shoes. I got a collection of shoes going here. I don't want to lose those. Disposable ratchet. Increase an ally's stats by 3 or reduce an enemy's stats. Nope, we'll keep that. These are all usable items. A nasty spoon. Go ahead and get rid of that nasty spoon. That's fine. The fairy skull wand. It's the only thing I have that does spooky damage directly, so maybe I'll hold on to that. I have a fairy charm, which we have another item that does the exact same thing as it, so we'll go ahead and get rid of that too. Some fairy cake. And a fairy knife and some fairy dust. Keep all those. I do not. I do not. It is just water and tea powder. No. Package. Definitely keep the mind whisk. That's good for me. Hyperfocus compound. Acoustic nostrum. What is this? It's a it's a potion. Okay. That's kind of everything I can really get rid of. Yeah, that's about everything I can get rid of. Alright, what am I going to do with these loose digits? I guess we'll keep them. Bluddles, fish. Slapping Trout. I got me a Slapping Trout, which does some good sleaze damage. Ghost Juice, Chilled Mouthwash, a Mobius Cookie. Alright. Ultra Condensed Soup. They've gone too far this time. You can't have it. Technology's too great. Increases the damage of your melee attacks by 4, but I don't do melee, so we're just going to keep that forever. Look at all these beans. You guys don't have a lot of stuff to buy. I'm not too happy with it. I have milk in most of your mines. Just generally, fair enough. It's empty. It's only made of genuine leather. It does not contain genuine leather. The ambiguity is clear now, and the person responsible for the original description has been sacked. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Get out.
I wouldn't go in there if I were you.
Why?
Man, I don't like what you see.
We're going to go inside. What's this? What have you done? That egg is busted. What have you done? What have you done?
I told you it wasn't a pretty sight. I was looking forward to eating that egg all day, and come dinner time, I went and bloody dropped it.
Is that a gator egg?
No, I think it's from a dog.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
I bet. Something to say about that gator. I swear I didn't know he's a mailman. I would never intentionally hunt a mailman.
What's wrong with you killing a mailman?
Listen to yourself. I can tell you ain't a hunter, all right. Most any species are fair game for hunting, but mailmen are protected by international treaty. Last hunter I knew, hunter mailman, got pulled up by the International Criminal Court and mailed to Mars.
Is he okay?
Obviously he ain't okay. Don't joke with me. It's a nightmare scenario for a hunter.
Getting mailed to Mars?
Send shivers down my spine and doors.
Who are you?
Me? Ain't much of my story. I'm a hunter in the name of John Leathers, and if you can't tell from my accent, I'm from Albion. As a toddler, I hunted small game like mosquitoes and gnats, and moved on to foxes and voles and such as I grew up. I like the game over here, and I've got my eye on the greatest hunt of all.
Humans?
Big picture. I'd like to build a ladder to heaven so I can hunt the dinosaurs. It's more of a 5 to 10 year plan, though.
He's got very lofty goals, I'll give him that. Alright, I'd better be going. I don't care about your mailman plight. We'll go. We don't know where else to go right now, though. What is my to-do list? Search the Big Moist for any signs of Charles Wallace. Okay. Well, we can literally just wander. Wander through the swamp. That's a good idea. You hear a commotion or perhaps a tussle or a good old-fashioned ruckus nearby. Investigating, you find that several vampires have a Gatorman pinned to the ground and appear to be trying to vampirize him.
Hold still, will you? His neck is all scaly and tough. Did someone bring a drill or a can opener or something?
Do I... You know what? Yeah. I normally have a rule to just live and let live. But I don't think I want vampire gators. Hey, leave that gator man alone. I won't stand for you vampires going around inflicting your undeadness or disease or whatever it is on innocent people.
I think it's a disease.
We aren't undeads.
Not like a zombie or skeleton anyway. The last necromancer was killed decades ago.
Hey, stop that.
Yeah, don't talk with your mouth full.
I mean, stop biting that guy.
Mind business.
He volunteered. Anyway, I'm finished.
What? Really?
Drink blood, power bag.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Excuse me. Maybe it's a good time to drink my tea. Okay, it's actually tasting better now. The Gatorman stands up with a terrible red glows in his eyes.
Drink blood to kill busybody.
Ah, jeez. Oh, okay. Oh, we're... We might be in a little bit of trouble here. Let's see. So, we have the turned Gatorman, who has 14 health. He's going to hit Molly for 12, which is a chunk. And then drain 5. Let's not do that. Swampire Bad intends to hit 15 stench damage. Oh, no. 15 stench damage to the friendly spider and 8... God, this is just... Everybody's getting attacked. Swampire Bloodlegger intends to drink some bloodshine, doubling our moxie. Okay, we can... Doubling our moxie? Wow, okay. I do not think our friend here is going to survive this round. I'm sorry, Molly. What can we do? 15 stench damage. That's so much. That is so much. Alright, let's see if we can at least get rid of this person because we're gonna... Oh. Here we go. Whomp. Alright. Things are very quiet now. That's not great. Let's bring it back up again. It's just the loud hissing of the surrounding world is quite something. Alright, there we go. That solved that problem. Haha! Oh, boy. Oh, but I need those. Okay, fine. Oh, everybody's in a little bit of trouble now. Okay, what are my options? I can do some sleaze damage. It won't do a ton. I can do 10 hot damage to this person and just get rid of them. That'd be pretty good, honestly. Alright, let's go ahead and cook this one. You're gonna do 15 stench damage to my Skeeter. I don't like that. You're gonna kill Molly this next turn, but I think Molly's about dead anyways. Okay, everybody wants to attack Cletus the Skeetus, and I'm not okay with it. Alright, we'll go ahead and cook that guy for 1. Oh my god, that only did 4? Okay. 8 hot damage. How much Moxie are you going to double here? Okay. Not doing as much as I'd like. Alright. I have no more AP. So, what are my choices here? I can do 11 damage to this guy. That's probably a good thing, because that'll get rid of the risk to... Well, no, Cletus is still probably going to die. Mr. Biggles, hello! We're playing Shadows over Loathing, which, you know, we haven't quite encountered the old ones yet, but we might. Okay, 21 cold damage is pretty good. Alright, we'll go ahead and get rid of this guy first. Whew! Reptiles didn't like that very much. Yeah, Spider Friend! Good job. Go ahead and drink your Moxie doubling. Oh, God! Alright, well, you took out Molly. That's not cool. It's fine. This battle turned out to be a little easier than I expected, which is good. It's very good. Go ahead and cook this one. I can psychic damage them twice, and they'll go, oh, nope, I can't. So we'll just go ahead and chill them. And we win! There are no vampire gators now, and I'm quite happy about that. You won! You could make a suitcase out of the Gatorman's skin. Then you could have a suitcase that catches fire in the daytime to go with the one that catches fire at night. Oh, perfect. Have you never seen the Loathing games? They're quite good. 54 meat's pretty good. Hollow Gator Tooth is a melee weapon. Vampirism. It does 5 physical damage and heals me for 3 HP. I could turn that. I could make that a magic thing. That could be useful. Doubles my Moxie. And Cletus had leveled up a little bit. You know what? I think we're gonna try... that. Wander a little bit more. You catch a whiff of burnt rubber and see a column of smoke drifting into the sky nearby. As you get closer to the site, you see that a small airplane has crashed into the mud, or perhaps splatted or glorped into the mud. So let's go investigate it. Yeah, that's a good idea. Perfect. Well, that's the thing we're looking at now. How'd you crash it backwards, friend? Improved? Oh, have you not seen me like this before? It's fair enough, fair enough. Alright, let's see about this Hollow Gator Tooth. I want to equip it, and then... I don't know if this will do quite what I want it to do. 5 physical damage with my I don't have muscle, so maybe I shouldn't. Because this is a muscle-based thing, and I have zero interest in raising my muscle. So maybe I won't. But something that heals me would be quite nice. It's a grumpy-looking pilot. Let's go ahead and talk to her. Seems like you've got kind of a problem here. Ha! You think? Yeah, 3 problems I got. If you don't count the headache, my plane being stuck ass downward in the swamp is just the most obvious one. Anything I can help with? My name's Erie, by the way. Rhonda Rasmussen, hi! And yeah, if you got some time on your hands, you bet your buns I can use it. Yeah, what happened? I'm looking to be the first to fly a plane all the way around the swamp in one go, see? Nearly made it too, but first flight nearly all the way around the swamp. Won't be making any newspaper headlines. Now look what I got. Half a plane buried in the muck, tainted fuel. I ain't even got to get those things sorted out. There ain't no runway for me here to get flying again. Those are problems. That is three problems. Yes. Your plane seems real stuck. Oh, you noticed, huh? Yep, it's sticking out of the ground right there. Right? Yep, it sure is. The way Rhonda's staring at you is starting to make you feel a little uncomfortable. Let's talk about something else, shall we? What's wrong with your fuel? When I landed, the fuel tank got full of swamp water, which I don't know how well versed you are in the chemistry of aircraft fuel, but not good for it. Not good for it. So I siphoned the tank dry. I figured it wouldn't be that big of a deal since I got a can full of backup fuel. Oh, let me guess. That's full of water too? Ain't nothing so bad. It can't be a little bit worse, right? Yeah, I hear ya. So what's involved in building a runway then? Well, with enough tar and macadam, I could slap down a quick and dirty runway, dirtier than quick for certain, but it'd be good enough to get me out of here, and I've got plenty of tar, but... Where did you get that barrel of tar anyway? You know, that's a funny story. But anyway, I need a load of macadam to go with it. Oh, what's macadam? It's like gravel, but for fuss budgets. For my purposes, I need a load of rocks exactly 3 centimeters across. That isn't very many rocks. Each individual rock is 3 centimeters across, not the whole load together. Oh, okay, I could go look for rocks that size. Well, that'd be great. Come to think of it, I believe I passed an old quarry on the way down here. Didn't get a look because I was distracted, but I can mark it on your map for you. Can't go myself. I need to stay here and guard the tar. Okay, I'll go take a look. This is the most diagonal plane you've ever encountered. Yeah. I could telekinesis it later. Yeah, I probably could. You consider all the possible ways in which you might extract this plane from its current state of diagonality. You close your eyes and reach out with your feelings. Then you cause your feelings to magically coalesce into a giant hand made of pure energy, which easily plucks up the plane and from the mire, while also avoiding being super dumb and anachronistic pop culture reference. Thanks, feelings. Well, we did a good thing there. The swamp expands for miles in every direction. Okay. Bunch of miscellaneous plane stuff. I guess we'll wander off to the Feldman Quarry next, because we ain't got nothing better to do. Splumph. God, for the love of... What's with all these stinking mushrooms? I got spores all over me again. Why I oughta... Don't shoot them. You'll just get more spores everywhere. Yeah, but I'll feel better about it. Revenge ain't a solution for every situation, Buck, but it works more often than you think. Look, just wipe the spores off with this handkerchief. Don't get all bent out of shape. Oh, this would never happen if I was working for the strong arms jobs. Well, except for that time that goblin exploded at me. Got some fragrant spores. Oh, good. Excellent. Somebody's old campsite, and it looks trashed. Amidst the garbage you strewn about, you find a shiny 7/8 inch combination wrench with a CW painted on the side. Charles's wrench. That's strange. This obviously belongs to Charles, but he doesn't seem like the kind of guy who'd lose one of his tools carelessly, nor the kind of guy who'd leave his trash around a campsite. You look around more carefully and discover weird tracks in the mud. Big, clawed, bipedal tracks. Maybe Gatorman tracks? There's a spot where some kind of scuffle clearly happened. Ah, geez, well that tears it. Charles Wallace must have gotten kidnapped by a Gatorman. Maybe he dropped the wrench on purpose to attract your attention. Hopefully you can find him soon. I certainly do hope pretty soon. Okay. This rock has an X painted on it for some reason. This rock is wearing sunglasses. Yeah, that seems normal. It's a weird shadow pocket or pouch or something. Let's go ahead and reach our hand inside. You stick your hand into the hole, grab the first thing your fingers brush against, and yank it back out. We got some shadow wine. The shadowy pocket vanishes with another worldly pop. I need to up my hobo code. I am low on hobo code. Reload. Pull. Pound. Polish. Well, that ain't it. Let's go ahead and dump it. The gravel in the machine isn't the right size for Rasmussen's purposes. She needs 3-meter rocks. Okay, so we'll reload again. Oh, God. Yeah, that seems healthy. Okay, so let's go ahead and, pound it. Pound it again. Pound it again. Pound it again. Polish. Nope, that ain't it. 7 centimeters. We need 3 centimeters. Pound it again. Oh, alright. Well, we'll get it figured out eventually. 52 centimeters. That seems like more than it was before. Can we pound it again? Can only pound it once, apparently. Oh, okay. Never mind. Go ahead and reload it. 52 centimeters. Oh, I understand what the units is now. Okay. Crush. Pound. Pound. Oh, okay. Well, I just gotta keep going until we figure this out. So pound it. Pound it again. Pound it again. Pound it again. Crush it. Polish it. Reload! Okay. Pound it. Oh, okay. Pound it. Pound it. Pound it. Crush it. Crush it. Polish it. Nope, that was wrong. Okay. I'll figure it out. Crush it. Pound it. Crush it again. God damn it. Okay, so I've got to... There's got to be a combination I can do that, makes it... Alright, I can get it down to 2 centimeters. If I can get it to 4 and then polish it, that would work. Okay. Actually, I think that was down to 4, was it? Damn it. This can't be good for the atmosphere, right? I'm causing global warming for sure. It's gotta be. Alright, now we can polish it, and that'll reduce it by 1. And we did it. Excellent. Alright, so let's go ahead and take this back to Rhonda. Really? You don't even know who this truck belongs to? Yeah, let's go ahead, really. You're just gonna steal it? You know that's a crime, right? I'll bring it back. I promise. Okay. Let's go. Alright, I got your plane unstuck. I saw it! That was a hell of a trick, gotta say. I am duly impressed. Huh, shucks. She's still caked in mud and the weeds and all, but I guess that comes with territory in a literal sense. Nothing a little elbow grease can't correct. Maybe a little regular aircraft grease, too. So yeah, how do I get your fuel, I guess? Can that be fixed somehow? Well, technically, yeah. It just needs to have the water distilled out of it. I don't have anything like that kind of equipment, though. Huh, maybe I can dig something up. That'd be great. Any basic distillation setup should do the trick. It ain't rocket science, just airplane science. That's a much slower kind of science. Here's the can. I got the macadam. Say, those are some good-looking rocks. Nice find. Okay, give me the hand spread. Give me a hand spreading these out and tarring them up. The two of you spend some time setting up a makeshift runway. It's hard, dirty work, but it beats dealing with the fairies and the fishmen. And the rest of the bonkers nonsense you've been getting up to. Good, good. That'll do nicely. Well, nice is over complimenting it, but it's good enough. Great. Okay, well, now we just have to go find somewhere that will distill gasoline? Is that maybe somewhere not here? I don't know. Let's go ahead and wander just a little bit more. Spot a shadow orb hovering around and decide to follow deeper into the swamp. That seems like a bad plan, considering all the stories about people following will-o'-the-wisps and becoming lost in the swamp forever. But a will-o'-the-wisp is a floating ball of light, and this is the opposite of that, so logically this is actually a good plan. Except how it leads you right into a group of tentacly shadow monsters. Ah, nerds. Oh, that's a lot of shadow monsters. Okay. Well. Problem. 5 physical damage. 5 physical damage. At least these guys aren't too tough, it looks like. Except the spider. Spider's kind of tough. In this case, I think it actually might be better for me to shoot 10 times. And hope for the best. Uh-oh! We're being shadow poisoned. No, my mosquito! Don't put my mosquito on fire. I like that mosquito. Damn it. Well, we can do like 3 sleaze damage a whole bunch of times, and this will just get rid of a whole lot of them. There we go. What was that sound? Oh, okay. I still have the hollow gator tooth, so this is not going to go great. You know what? Fine. We'll hit it with the hollow gator tooth and hope for the best. Oh, good. I got some health back from that. Get him, Spidey! Alright, everybody survived. This is a good battle. You won! The goodness of your plan has been proven, QED. Wander a little bit more, and I need to, Now here's a sad sight. Old house, abandoned long ago in the swamp, half sunk with the wet muck that passes in these parts for roads. Might have been a nice family lived in that house at one time, now look at it. Shame is all. Alright, we'll go inside. Jeepers creepers, there's a bandit shot dead in the floor. Right in front of the foyer. Must have come here looking for treasure from the look of it, but he wasn't the only one. Oh, the stink of death hangs in this place alright. Spider's walk cycle's pretty great. No, we'll go ahead and go inside. Holy gosh. Sitting room is littered with bodies. 3 more bandits, and an entire defensive line of the entire defensive line of the Ocean City football team. Obviously what happened, bandits and football players got sold the same line on buried treasure by some shifty rumor monger. Both groups came here searching for their fortune, ran into each other, and everybody got shot to pieces. Whatever the double dealer who sold him the tip is now, he'd better be smiling. Yeah, we're gonna explore. Oh, he's here in the kitchen. Also shot. By a bandit and a linebacker, looks like it. But he got him too. Poor pathetic souls. Keep exploring. Now the bedroom, the finish line, and here's who made it. Quarterback and the wide receiver. You'd figure they'd have been on the same side, but they shot each other in the back simultaneously, and there's nothing in here but a single jewelry box on the nightstand. Ain't that funny? All that death for a couple trinkets. Nothing rots a person like greed. Yoink! You got an item, jewelry case. Continue where you are going. Hold back tears and continue where you're going. Weep openly and continue where you are going. We'll weep openly. We'll go ahead and do that. Just gonna keep wandering around a little bit, though. Distant frog sounds have become less distant frog sounds around you as you find yourself close to the frog bog. Let's go ahead and hang out with the frogs. I like frog bog. Look at all these frogs. Look at them. Also gives me a chance to change out my weapon. And open this thing. That's a lot of frog sounds. That's better muscles. Fondue deluge. Okay, that's nice. Okay, we need to change out for frigid ice cream scoop, probably. Yeah, I think we'll keep the frigid going. Look at these guys. They're precious. Uh-oh! Buddy, help! Ribbit. Oh, okay. We're going to speak to the frogs. You clear your throat. There was a frog in it. Maybe don't use that joke when talking to the frogs, though. Hello, frogs. Buddy, hello. Humans, ribbit, not frogs. Humans, frogs, ribbit. Talking frogs are not on your list of expectations for the day, but we're going to continue to try to speak to them. Wait, you're saying you're humans, not frogs? Not ribbit, frogs, ribbit. Right, yes, ribbit. You think about what it would be like to be trapped in a frog's body. After a few seconds, you stop thinking about it because you don't like thinking about things that fill you with a harrowing existential angst. How did this happen? Curse, statue, quarry, god, statue, cave, quarry, cave, frog, curse, cave, frog, statue. It's kind of hard to understand you all with everybody talking at once. Could you all stop talking except for one frog? Single, share, single, mind, share, frogs, single, share, mind, share, all. Oh boy. All frogs share a single mind. Wow, that's incredible. This changes, little bit. Kind of that same vein, doesn't it? Actually, you can't think of any significant consequences that you've just learned. You try to remember the last time you interacted with a specific frog as an individual, and it was, biology class. Probably best not to bring that up. Is there some way I can help you? One of the larger frogs hops up to you and coughs loudly. A shiny green object flies out of its mouth and sinks into the water. Grab it! You roll up your sleeve and plunge your hand into the nasty water. Your fingers find a hard object where it turns out to be... Wow, shiny! Got a gleaming emerald. Oh, what should I do with this? A second frog approaches and belches up a soggy piece of paper. You decide to look at it instead of touching it with your hand. It appears to be a shipping label from a nearby quarry. Alright, we're going to go to a quarry and deal with some cursed frogs. I did not mean to do that, but thank goodness we're going to just go straight there. You're on your way to the quarry with those talking frogs you wanted to go to, but you stop to consider how strange the situation is you got yourself into. You startled out of your reverie by the smell of smoke. You've stumbled upon a recently abandoned campsite. Maybe it was a clue to where Charles was? Let's go check it out. Oh, thank goodness. The frog sounds were really getting in my ears. Okay. Another one of those Gatorman campsites. Maybe the ones who kidnapped Charles came this way. Reverie. What? Yeah. This campsite is similar to the previous one. A lot of Gatorman tracks. A lot of discarded trash. These Gatormen sure are slobs. You also find a 5/16 inch combination wrench labeled CW. Looks like you're on the right track at least. Charles' other wrench. Okay, well... we are on the right tracks, at least. What do I got going for me here? Ice cream scoop, crisp pocket wash, riveted ciabatta pants. Cletus the mosquitoes. You know what? Let's go ahead and try to just hop our way through these waters a little bit, right? Okay. Back to the Heim Quarry. Nope, don't wander. You find the arm of a traveling salesman sticking out of the ground. Given the condition of the arm, it seems like the bodies it's attached to must have been down there for quite some time. Let's go ahead and grab that ring, though. The ring slips off easily off the man's finger because the finger is both wet and withered with decay. One or the other would have sufficed. Give the arm a proper burial. Every time you try to dig, the hole immediately fills up with water. You decide to just use the shovel to press the arm down below the surface and call it a day. It's a day. Well, cool, we got a mood ring. Sam, hot damn, hi, hello. You take a wrong turn instead of ending up where you wanted to be. You end up at the Monster Shack. You know it's the Monster Shack because of the big sign that says Monster Shack. Let's go check it out. Wow, that is quite the wrong turn. All the way up there. It's impressive. No skeptics. We also need to do better on our hobo code, so we should probably go back and do something about that. I want this, but I also want this, and I've been wanting this for a while. 2 times material seems pretty good right now. Okay, what's this mood ring do? Constantly changes your mood. The kind of mood rings you're thinking haven't been invented yet, so you're not sure how it makes you feel. Probably it makes you feel a different way every time you walk into a new room. Okay. Inside, you find not the decayed and crumbling, tumble-down, strewn shack with the ancient wreckage you were perhaps expecting, but an actually maintained and fairly clean tumble-down shack strewn with 12 to 14-year-old kids. What the? Hey, where are all you kids going out here in the middle of the swamp? Why shouldn't we be? Because it's dangerous here. Yeah, because this is where the monsters are. That's why it's dangerous. Do you believe in monsters, mister? I do. I do. You mean you've seen them? Oh, for real? Well, yeah. Which one? Which one? Fishman? Oh, those don't count. Those guys are just weird jerks. We're looking for real monsters. I don't understand what real means in this context. Since you believe in monsters, maybe you could join our monster squad. Otherwise, we can't tell you anything because it's a secret. Okay, I'll join. Great! It'll be nice to have someone who can change at the top shelf and these who can reach the top shelf of all these bookcases we scavenged. Is that it? I'm a member now? Yeah, we used to have a big ceremony where we got the repeat of vow and stuff, but it took too long. We're all busy with our research. Come on in, have a look around. Thanks. Okay, cool. Let me go ahead and touch this this pocket, this shadow pocket, and get a hot dog. Sweet. Hi, there's a little sign on the table that says Boris only. This cat had better be Boris or there's going to be trouble, so we're going to try and pet him. Boris hisses at you. He must know you're an outsider. Damn it. This kid is messing around with some kind of weird mechanical contraption. Big leather-bound tome sits on a pedestal here. There's a lot of kids here. All right, let's work our way down. Talk to him. What's this thing you're making?
I don't really know yet. I'm just kind of messing around with it because I'm taking a break from my main project. Hey, you don't know anything about the chuparanja?
I try to avoid spicy food. It gives me the hiccups.
No, this is the kind of monster who eats oranges. Because they're supposed to be from way down south. But I don't know, there's one in the swamp somewhere. Unfortunately, no matter what kind of trap I built, it keeps escaping. You wanna try?
Sure.
Great! Feel free to use my work table over there. I've got plenty of spare parts and stuff. If you manage to catch it, bring it back to me. Bring me back one of its nostrils as proof, okay?
A nostril? Not the whole head or pelt?
Oh no, I don't want to kill it. Just prove that it's out there.
Okay, we'll do that by just giving you a nostril. This kid is peering at a terrarium filled with flies and occasionally tapping on the glass. Hi, are you, into flies?
Well, kinda. They're interesting once you get over the gross factor. I'm mostly just studying these because I'm really interested in the fly man.
The fly man?
Yeah, or maybe the man fly. I haven't decided which way is better yet.
So what is the fly man and or man fly?
He's a scientist that moved to the old Flemberg place. I did a little spying on him. I think he's trying to turn himself into a giant fly.
Are we gonna have a reference here, a movie reference here? Why would anyone want to do that?
Oh, no, that's what's so interesting about him.
Huh. She looks at her feet and blushes a little.
Also, he's really handsome.
For now, you mean?
Well, yeah, I'd like to meet him, but I'm too shy. Can you help me out?
Oh, sure.
Oh, thank you. Here, I'll show you where the house is.
The old Flemberg place.
If you meet him, could you bring me back a souvenir?
Like what?
Maybe one of his chest hairs.
Sure. Only because I have no other choice. This kid has a ball cap with a sinister-looking triangle on it and is messing around with an elaborate homemade radio. Hi there.
Hi. Say, you're a grown-up. Can you help me with something?
I'm not buying you cigarettes.
No. This swamp lady named Barbara Yagara. Barbara Yagara. Everybody says she's just a fairy tale, but I know she's real because I've seen her hut, right here in the swamp. I don't know if she's sort of a swamp lady who eats kids or not.
Swamp lady?
Well, I don't want to call her a swamp witch or a swamp hag or stuff like that. It would be too mean to judge her on that way, without having even met her.
Sheesh. Kids these days. Yeah, I'll check her out for you.
Great, thanks. I'll mark her hut on your, sponge?
Map?
Anyways, bring back a feather to prove you met her, okay?
She has feathers?
I mean, from one of her pet birds. The story says she has a ton of them.
How will you know it isn't just an ordinary feather I found somewhere?
Well, you seem like a trustworthy person.
Then why do you need me to bring proof at all?
Because that's how quests work. Come on.
Well, tell me what's going on with the radio here, friend. Wait, you didn't mention the radio. What's the radio for?
Huh? Oh, this isn't related to Barbara Yagara or anything. I'm just trying to find a station so we can get some music in here. The reception in this swamp is terrible, though.
I see. Nice hat. What's the triangle mean?
Thanks. It's the Great Pyramids of... Well, it's one of them anyway. Ever seen them?
Only on your hat, not personally.
Huh. Well, maybe you will someday.
Sure, who knows? A big leather-bound tome sits on a pedestal here. What's this book?
List of vampire nests.
It's like 400 pages long.
A lot of vampires in this swamp. If you want to help out, you can go clear some out for me.
Not right now. This kid is preoccupied with repeatedly smelling 2 large test tubes. Let's talk to her. What have you got there? Perfume samples?
Kinda. This one is a combination of hydrogen sulfide and methane. Common swamp gas, basically.
Ew. What's the other one?
Coffee. To clear the swamp gas smell out of my nose.
Huh. Okay, so why?
I'm researching a creature known as the smell of the wisp. I've only run into it once, but I have a good memory for smells. So I figure if I can catch its smell, that particular chemical mix will tell me more about it.
A smell of what?
Wisp. It's a cloud of intelligent swamp gas. Some people say that it's the ghost of a dead chili cook-off judge, but I think there's probably a more scientific explanation.
You're telling me you're looking for an intelligent... The girl gestures sternly at the workbench to sign over her workbench. Says, no fart jokes. Oh, come on. It's a smell of the wisp.
No.
Well, I don't know what to say then.
If you're willing to help instead of making puerile goofs, I could really use a sample to analyze.
All right, I'll go find a smell of the wisp.
Great, thank you. Here, take this. It should help you track the thing down.
A nose trumpet. I just smell through this?
Yeah, just follow your nose.
Yeah, because that's how that works.
Alrighty then.
Maybe, probably. I wouldn't breathe it. This kid is studying far more intently than you ever did at his age. Talk to him. What are you reading?
It's about Neanderthals and early hominids. Unfortunately, I'm not finding anything useful in here.
What are you looking for?
The honey ape.
The what now?
You've never heard of it? It's a very famous monster. It's a hairy primate or primate-like creature. It's a lot smaller than human, but with human-sized hands. Most of the legends call it big hands, but I'm pretty sure big hands legends and reports of the honey ape sightings are referring to the same cryptid.
That's interesting.
I know it lives around here somewhere. I just haven't been able to find it yet.
Okay, I'll help you look for it.
That would be excellent, thank you. I found some of the prints in the once and made a tracing. That might help you track it down and try and get one of his fingernails as proof.
How will a fingernail be proof?
Because it'll have a big human fingernail, obviously.
Okay, yeah, sure. This kid's eating something. Hi there.
Hi,
I don't mean to be rude, but what's your deal, kid?
I'm a moss man.
You are, huh?
Oh yeah, well, not really, but I want to be a moss man when I grow up. That's why I'm eating all this fertilizer. It's actually cornflakes. I'm just pretending.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, I'm not crazy, but some people say I'm crazy for believing in the moss man, though. I know he's real. I've seen him.
What's a moss man? A man made of moss?
Yup, he's all fuzzy and green, so it's neat. Oh, hey, you should go see it for yourself. Then if you bring back proof he exists, people won't think I'm weird anymore.
Oh, they might. But sure, I'll go have a look.
Great, I'm in Marketplace on your map. It's called the Moss Rock Grotto. If you see him, try to bring back some moss as proof, okay?
Okay. I mean, that's a lot of, That's a lot of side quests we just picked up. Oh, goodness, look at them all. Okay, well, let's just go ahead and go here where we wanted to go in the first place. You're browsing your way through the swamp, taking a sniff through your nose trumpet now and then. This swamp smells terrible. I mean, a swamp is literally just standing water and rotting compost, the biome. So it's not like it's news to you or anything, but you wouldn't be surprised if this swamp at least nominated for world's worst smelling swamp. Oh, God in heaven, what is that? Something smells like a rotten egg made with a tire fire, and the egg in the tire fire laid, and the egg the tire fire laid also went rotten. Squinting through the tears, you see a patch of brown air hovering nearby. That must be the smell of the wisp the kid was looking for. Let's go ahead and follow it at a safe distance. You follow at a safe distance as though the smell of the wisp bobs and weaves through the fetid marsh. Eventually, it comes to rest upon a rotting tree stump, and you sneak up quietly behind it? Just as you're about to grab a sample, 3 gatormen casually stand up from where you were crouching in the knee-deep water around you. Ah, jeez. Should I just conversate with them, maybe? Don't you think it's a lovely day? The gatormen beat the hell out of you. By the time you wake up, the smell of the wisp is long gone. And I gained bruises all over. That's great. Love that. Okay. Whoa, alright, that dude's a frog. Okie dokie. There's a note on the door. Drive efficiently. Excess gas use will be deducted from your paycheck. Management. Oh God, he's doing the thing with his throat. This guy seems a bit, let's talk to him. Hi there. This might seem like a strange question, but do you know anything about a curse? Ribbit. Your attitude, no, but your everything else says yes. Ribbit. Yeah, okay, that's helpful. Too bad you couldn't, like, hold hands. You hold hands with the gatorman? I know, right? They're just not reasonable. Oh, boy. Yeah, okay, so this is not going to help me. It's a painting of a safe. Is it meant to be reverse psychology? Let's go ahead and look behind it. You push the painting aside and find, surprise, a safe. Unfortunately, it's a key-type safe, and you don't have the key. Not that the combination lock would have been much better, but you could at least twiddle the dial and hope to get lucky. Or use my mysticality. Your assumption was correct. It's a bookshelf full of books, but we'll go ahead and investigate. It's all books on management titles like Shaking in the Invisible Hand, or You Deserve More, or How to Get Blood Out of the Turnips You Hired. Let's dig through it. We got a mess hall key, and we got Bess. Okay. Personal files for everybody who works here or has ever worked at the quarry. Go ahead and check them out. You give the files a quick rifle through. They tend to be very thin. People who are hired and then quit real fast. There's only a handful of current records, and they aren't very interesting. Okay, that doesn't help. What can I do about this gun? Bess deals my moxie plus 5 physical damage. That's Pretty good. My Miscatality is definitely better, though. But my Moxie will get there soon. This hat rack is dressed like a cowboy. Let's take the hat. We got an intimidating Stetson. All right. Gives me some muscle and some Moxie. Versus my current hat, which gives me some Mysticality, 3 magical weapon attacks, and maximum HP. So I think we're going to keep it. Can also add some physical armor to my current hat. All right. Taped up, creepy, comfy, uncursed fedora. All right, that's a good hat. That's a good hat, y'all. I guess we can go down to the mess hall now. This door is locked so the food won't escape. Presumably. Oh, good. The food has already escaped. The table is swarming with flies. Let's extract value from them. I got some sorted grease. Search the last remaining drawer. We got a fuse and a paperclip. Okay. Not a lot. There's the bunks. Aw. This lady seems real nervous about something, although the way she's hopping around the floor makes it difficult to judge by her body language in a regular way. Let's talk to her. Hi, ma'am? Ribbit. Can you tell me, can you communicate to me in any sort of way anything about a curse? Ribbit. Oh, jeez. Please don't do that thing with your neck. Ribbit. Well, never mind. Presumably these lockers where the employees keep their personal possessions, so let's check them out. That frog lady's watching and seems real agitated. Better leave him alone. Some cruel soul tuned this radio to static and then walked away. There's only one bed. The S on the bunk sign must have been a typo. All the oil in this lamp has dried up. Okay, so we're here at the Cursed Haim Quarry. Alright. Well, there's the cave where we could possibly get cursed. That fuse? There's a fuse with a reputation? I'm confused. Ha! It's a crude but large statue of a frog. Looks pretty old and a single glowing emerald eye. Let's mess with it. Hey, don't touch that. Ah! A talking, man. That's right. I'm a human man and not a frog at all. I have reason to believe that you're actually a frog in a man's body somehow. Well, it's my body now and I'm keeping it. I don't need any dry skin leg walkers coming in here and... Holy hop! You've got the missing eye! This big emerald? Yeah, I was just noticing that it looks an awful lot like that other one. Okay, I absolutely need you to step away from that statue. Right hopping now. You don't want me to fix it? It's very important. It's an ancient idol of the frog god, and when humans blasphemed against it by removing that eye, this particular human right here, might I add, they were cursed with the great croaking one's righteous fury. Oh, so that's why all the people here and the frogs and the frog nearby. Yeah, you guessed it. It's the old Freaky Friday routine. I don't know what that means. Forget about it. The point is, the humans did the crime, so now it's the frog's time to shine. Majority of the times you have a fuse in the game, it's one of those screw-type fuses that you never see. Oh, yeah, that's true. Well, it makes sense in this game, because this game takes place in like 1920-something. And if I put the eye back in... If you put the eye back in, it undoes the curse. Yeah. Oh, Hop, maybe I shouldn't have told you that. Those frogs, people, really want their bodies back. Well, so hopping what? Hop them! Jeez, man. Look, take your inherent pro-human bias into account and consider all the justice in the situation, okay? These people came rolling in here with their machines and stuff, tear our land, spill oil and gasoline everywhere, then they find this ancient religious icon, the first thing they do is try to loot it. These aren't good people. They got what was coming to them. Well, what should I do? I'll tell you what to do. Take the other eye out of the statue. What? I don't want to be a frog. No, don't worry about that. It won't curse you. What it'll do is make the original curse permanent. No take-backsies, no do-overs. That's justice, Tadpole. I'll tell you what. I'll sweeten the deal. You can keep the emeralds. Heck, I'll make a necklace for you. You like necklaces? I'm still getting used to having a neck myself. Well... I'll think about it, lie. think we should probably be honest with him. And... I mean, Social Justice Frog has a good argument. But, I mean, doesn't make him any better than the other people, you know? I'm trying to debate if the game's gonna try to, like, pull one over on me here. Alright, let's just be honest. No deal, I want to fix this.
Well, considering that I haven't really figured out how to work these fists yet, I can't do much to stop you either way. But I'm warning you, if you put that eye back in, you're gonna find yourself on the wrong side of history, pal.
Uh-huh. Frog Guy's watching you carefully. Judging from the smell and the thick layer of flies, this is not a good place for a good time. Let's not go back there unless you have a really good reason. I don't know, chat. What would you do? Would you make the frogs stay people and the people stay frogs? I don't think the frogs were particularly happy about it either. They seemed to be pretty trapped in their own thing. Frogs in human bodies, they weren't really all that communicative. I mean, he obviously does. But, yeah, I think we'll return the missing eye. In the interest of full disclosure, I should point out that this is a one-way decision. If you mess with the idol, you won't be able to change your mind afterwards. So don't mess this up. Is the game throwing me a logical conundrum? I'm gonna return the missing eye.
No, don't!
You socket the missing emerald back into the statue. Both eyes flash a brilliant green light and then dim again.
No, no! Hop you! Hop you, you bastard!
You okay?
My brain feels slimy.
Gross. This guy seems pretty tired. Maybe it's from all the hopping around from earlier. Let's talk to him. Hey, are you... the original you?
I'm the actual human guy, yeah. My name's Roger. Thank you for your help. I think I would have gone crazy if I'd been trapped as a frog for much longer. Although I guess there isn't a lot of practical difference between a crazy frog and a sane one.
No problem, Roger. I'm happy to help.
If that's true, we've got another problem.
Oh, look at the time. Gotta run. I feel that answer in my very soul. But what's up?
Yeah, see, I don't know how much you saw of that situation in this quarry, but it's a really terrible place to work.
It does seem kind of run down.
It doesn't need to be, that's the thing. We turn a good profit, but the foreman refuses to spend any more than the absolute minimum on the facilities and wages. And meanwhile, he's eating caviar for lunch like he's John D. friggin' Rockefeller.
Acre! Hello, you want a Wheel of Fate? You got a Wheel of Fate. Let's do it. Spin it to win it. What's it gonna be? A prize! Yeah! Alright. Hey, y'all. No better time for it either, because I did just get a whole bunch of new game codes to give away in preparation for, small spoiler, the Week of Giving. That's right, it's back this year. I'm going to do a whole week of giving away games and raising money for a charity. I already have an idea on the charity I'm going to do, but I'll hold off on that announcement till later. But anyway, that's not what you're here for. You're here for a prize. What's it going to be? What's it going to be, Acre? What do you win? What do you win? Shiny the Firefly. I'm realizing you probably having a hard time seeing that because it's a white background, etc., etc. That's slightly better. Okay, there you go. Scott Rahul, hello. How's it going? All right, Acre, let me get your mark down there, and I'm pretty sure you're already in the Discord, but if you're not, please join the Discord so I can give you your prize. Also need to open up Notepad so I can take down the note. There we go. Congratulations, Shiny the Firefly. Well, actually, congratulations to you, Acray, for winning Shiny the Firefly. I should have been more specific. I apologize. There we go. Boom. How many of those do I have? Sorry, I need to take a quick look at something. Okay, I'll worry about that later. Boom, and back to the game. Shiny indeed. Shiny indeed. So why don't you quit? Oh, wait, hang on.
You should have seen his face when I showed him that idol. His tongue hit the floor like a cartoon wolf. He's getting a yacht catalog. He's getting yacht catalogs in the mail, while those of us that do the actual work take turns sleeping in one bed.
Why don't you quit?
We tried to start a union, but he just called in the Pinkertons to rough us up. If we try to quit, it's the same deal. We can't even just walk out, because he watches us like a hawk.
Hey, cool. Quick intermission for a fun fact. So the Pinkertons were a very real organization in the early Americas. Some of them might call them like America's earliest police force. I wouldn't quite call them that, but they were pretty close to it. Their company is still around today. It's still American, but it was bought up by a Swedish company, a Swedish security company. So that's fun. It's a fun thing, right? That's cool. Anyways.
We decided to take our chances anyway, though. See that tunnel back there on the left? That comes out past the trees. And if we snuck out at night, he wouldn't spot us. We could be out of here and well on our way to town by morning.
You're planning on crossing the swamp at night?
It's not much of a plan, but it's the only plan we've got. The only problem is the tunnel's full of flies. Some kind of nest.
Ah, and you need someone to clear out the tunnel for you.
That's about the size of it. And the size of those flies is real big.
Swell.
I need you to kill any maggots in there too so they don't come back.
Ew.
I haven't got anything to pay you with, but we'd really appreciate the favor.
Well, okay. I mean, we could... Oh my god! Part of this wall is bleeding. Great. A lot of really big flies in here. I feel like fire is going to be a better thing to use against them. Alright, here's hoping. Oh, I can frighten them away. These flies are large and aggressive. That's 2 understatements for the price of 1. I might be able to scare them away. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. You clear your throat a few times and put your hands over your mouth with your fingers entwined in a complicated shape and make the feeding call of the greater eastern devil tarantula. It's a sort of buzz, chirp, growl, whistle noise. The flies, who can see you standing right there making the sound, and could not possibly confuse you for a greater eastern devil tarantula, leave quickly anyway, either because they're afraid you might summon one, or because they don't want to see what weird and awkward thing you do next. Gain 35 XP and stay out. That's good. That's pretty good. The wall's bleeding. Giant pile of squirming maggots. Also a squirming pile of giant maggots. I don't want to kill maggots, or you're little cuties, but okay. You're basically going to have to stomp and squelch them, basically individually. It's going to be super disgusting. Would you like to read a description of all that, or should we just move on?
I want the gory details. Yeah.
Just to be clear, there's no bonus item or achievement or otherwise special reward for reading the gross version, and it's going to be as long as I can stand to make it.
Hit me with your best shot.
Okay. Crack, crack. That is the sound of me cracking my knuckles. You pick up one of the maggots. It's about the size and shape of a medium to large sweet potato, or yam, depending on where you're from. But, instead of a brownish orange, it's a sickly white color, ridged like an earthworm, both fleshy and rubbery, and covered in clear, sticky mucus. It wriggles and pulses in your hand. You drop it on the ground and stomp on it. It bursts with a pop squelch sort of sound, spraying lumps of that pallid white flesh and a thin, greenish yellow juice in a circle around the point of impact. When you lift your foot up again, it sticks to the floor and makes a sound as you peel the sole of your shoe away. Keep going. You pick up 2 more maggots. They wiggle in your hands as though they can sense what is happening. The mucus covering them and your hands now has the texture and viscosity of slightly thinned down rubber cement. It glistens in the very dim light and makes strands and webs between your fingers as you open and close your hands. You drop the 2 maggots on the ground and stomp them, 1 foot each. Splort splat! The spray looks like lumps of old mayonnaise mixed with the juice from an expired camping glow stick. The added liquid is making the floor slimy instead of sticky now. You have to move more carefully to keep your footing. You approach the pile again. Keep going. You pick up another maggot. It sticks to your hands as it writhes. You can feel the glue-like mucus pulling softly at your skin. The fluids pumping around inside make it pulse and faint, like a slowly beating heart. You squeeze it, gently at first, then harder. It has a rubbery resistance of a half-filled water balloon. Imagine a white balloon partially filled with warm green milk, and how it would feel to squeeze in your fists. There's a thin, high-pitched squealing sound as it bulges at the ends, and then bursts, spraying you with, by appearances, rancid cottage cheese and antifreeze. Now's when you start to notice the smell. Keep going. This is a true story. Once, when I was in junior high school, I tripped and skinned my left elbow on the sidewalk. A patch of bleeding road rash, a little larger than a quarter. I washed it off and put a bandage over it and forgot about it. Until a few days later when I noticed the smell. Because my classmates sitting near me had noticed the smell. And wondered aloud where it was coming from. My injury had become infected and the bandage was soaked with pus. The smell is immediately identifiable, but if you've never smelled it, it smells a lot like rotting apples. About the time they're completely brown and soft, and start to leak and collapse under their own weight. Close your eyes and take a deep breath through your nose and imagine that smell filling your sinuses, except with an undertone of sour milk. That's what you're smelling now. Keep going. You pick up a maggot in each hand and squeeze them. They thrash in your hand and squeal, a thin, high-pitched noise like a pinhole in an air mattress. You close your eyes as they burst. A warm, clotted innards spatter against your face, then ooze down and drip onto your shirt. You might expect their insides to be cold, as insects are cold-blooded, but in fact, maggots generate a fair amount of heat through metabolism and muscular contraction. In terms of texture, it's like being splatted in the face with a bowl of warm bolognese sauce, or perhaps more accurately, if someone projectile vomited onto your face after eating a bowl of warm bolognese sauce. The smell of rotting fruit and sour milk is thick in the air now. Some of the juice got into your mouth. I don't really have a point of comparison for the taste, but I imagine it tastes much the same as it smells. Maybe a little more acrid. Stop isn't even an option anymore. Keep going! Killing the maggots in ones and twos is clearly going to take too long. You jump high as you can and stomp heavily into the pile with both feet. The sound it makes sort of a thwack, splat, all at the same time, and you're up to your waist in thrashing white mucus-coated grubs. You lift a foot but lose your balance and fall backwards into the pile. Imagine falling backwards into a ball pit filled with overripe tomatoes and long expired milk, except the tomatoes are alive and crawling on you now. Now they have covered you. They are everywhere. You roll around, crushing the squirming maggots beneath you, feeling each distinct burst as the rubbery grubs pop under your weight and spray more of the yellow-green bile and lumps of white gristle into the growing pool of sweet and sour-smelling slime. Keep going. Hi, Luffy. Eventually, you stop, out of breath and not wanting to breathe. It doesn't matter because the putrid glop has gotten up your nose and in your mouth and down your throat regardless of your desires. You might guess that you had become accustomed to the smell by now, but no, you still smell it. You will never stop smelling that rotten fruit stench for the rest of your life. You are lying in a pool of chunky maggot stew, covered in pulp from hundreds of burst grubs. Your clothes soaked entirely to the skin, with mucus and stinking green juice, every crevice filled with pallid white curds. You are the ungodly avatar of putrescence and filth upon this miserable earth. Anyway, thank you for reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I gained 35 XP, and I gain a giant maggot. I have a new maggot pet! Yay! I have no frame of reference for that, Wah, so I'm gonna guess it's worse. Oh god, there's a whole animation. I have a hat now. I have a maggot hat. Maggot. No. I don't know that I want a maggot hat. It sounds too much like MAGA hat. Maybe this is a bad thing. Tell me about my hat. I have a giant equipped maggot. Looks like you missed one. It seems like it really enjoys rounding around on your head though, so you got that, so you don't got the heart to kill it. This gives me +1 to everything. But this gives me +1 to everything I care about. And then some. What makes you immune to stench damage? Good question. What do I have on me that has me immune to stench damage right now? Would I not have been able to do that without it? Physical armor, 30% meat drops. Understand some hobo glyphs. I don't think I have anything. Hot armor, muscle, moxie. Okay, alright. Yeah, I don't think I have anything here quite helping me out with that. That was just something I could do. But hi, Laura Master, how's it going? Do you like my hat? I'm gonna change it pretty quick here, but for now, it's a back way out of the caves, so we'll go ahead and leave. We only have the side quests we can do now. Alright, we can go back and talk to this guy and let him know the way is clear. We can't mine the wall for meat, unfortunately. Alright, Roger gives you a tired nod. We'll go ahead and talk to him.
Hi, how's it? Oh my god, don't come any closer. What are you covered in?
Oh, this maggot guts.
Well, thank you for clearing out the tunnel. Please leave this enclosed space and get some fresh air.
Don't worry, I'll be fine.
I was saying it more for my benefit.
Alright, good luck with your escape plan then. Ungrateful. Okay, how about this friend? This man looks puzzled and tired. I'm Solaire now? Everything alright?
I'm really thirsty for some reason, which is weird because water is practically the only thing we get to eat around here.
Is it clean at least?
Calling it that would be a real stretch, but it's alright once your immune system gets acclimated. I grew this mustache to help filter it.
Yeesh. I'm the one covered in guts. If I was, you'd think I would be immune, right? That is not what I was looking for. Yeah, I didn't have anything to give me, more stench protection. Well, that's an oversight on the developer's part. We'll write them an angry letter. I don't want the mood ring on anymore because it constantly. I don't care about that. I do want my probably inspiring rings because that gives everybody else just a little bit more. Let's do that to get rid of shadow creatures, but I don't really care. All right, we'll do this. Go ahead and equip that again. Boop-a-doop-a-doop. This is like the only pair of pants I've ever been able to find, but I know there's better ones out there somewhere. Ba-da-ba-da. Well, thank you, Laura Master. I appreciate you taking care of that for me. Bass, hollow gator tooth, fridge icing. I think we're doing good with the barbecue fork. We haven't really used it much. And as much as I adore this squelchy little thing on my head, I am going to go back to my overpowered hat. This guy has an uncomfortable but hopeful look on his face. Talk to him. Everything all right?
My tongue hurts and I got all kind of gross taste in my mouth.
Oh,
I've mainly been eating shoe leather though, so it isn't really that new.
well, it might be new in a way.
What?
Oh, nothing. Alright, so we're not going to get any new information from them, it seems. The lady appears anxious and tired. Everything okay?
Oh, I don't like to complain, but I'm so tired. When I took this job as an office assistant, I never imagined I'd be in charge of the cleaning and maintenance around camp as well. And there's just so much, only so much just one person can do.
Geez, that's rough.
And now, I'm having these weird dreams about frogs. Honestly, makes me regret giving up Loudnum.
Wow. Fair, but wow. Well, hopefully Roger's plan will work out. Okay. Is there anything new here? No. Nothing at all. Oh, this guy looks a little disturbed. This guy's looking like someone who's desperately trying to stay awake and has been doing so for way too long. You okay?
Depends on whether you're real or I'm hallucinating.
I'm real. Frog thing, though. That was a hallucination, right? Nope, that was real, too. If you're about to tell me my shoelaces are really butterflies, I should warn you, I don't know how I'll react to that. Maybe you should go get some sleep. I saw that, Ninetails. Hello. Well, here's this guy. Scram, I'm busy. The foreman looks up from a yacht catalog he's reading and scowls at you. No, I don't think I will.
Hey, leave my leave my painting alone.
Why'd you say safe just then?
Leave my painting safely alone.
Uh-huh. All right. So these guys are going to make their great escape pretty quick here. But what am I going to do? Guess real swampy out that way. I love swamp. I guess we can just work on their little quests as we go through this. Let's go ahead and go to the Moss Rock Grotto first. You've accidentally walked into a huge swarm of gnats and flies, and they're buzzing super loud, and actually they've got a pretty good beat going. Are those tiny musical instruments? Is that a locust with a fiddle? What even is going on? We should research them for sure. You carefully extricate yourself from the cloud of buzzing insects, disturbing them as little as possible, and make some notes for what could turn out to be a pretty good article for entomology journals, if you ever get time to write it. Oh, good. Well, here's Moss Rock Grotto. Do I have any level ups that I can do? I have 110 and I need 200. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. Maybe we are getting closer to being finished than I thought. Well, if it isn't the Moss Man that kid was talking about, you've got a real unusual coincidence here. It doesn't exactly look fearsome, but if you're looking for a fight, it might be best to take the advantage of surprise. No, I just want to talk to him. Excuse me, are you the Moss Man? I'm sorry, I'm trying to think of a voice to give him. What voice have I not already used this goodness?
That's me, Clyde the Moss Man. Pleased to meet you.
Hi, I'm Eerie Eyebrows.
Welcome to my humble abode. I ain't got many visitors, well, except a weird kid that comes out peeking around in trees.
Are you an actual Moss Man?
I ain't quite sure I get your meaning. That's my last name, like I said.
Yeah, but are you a human person or some sort of moss swamp creature? I get that this is strange and a possibly rude question.
Well, I wasn't always this way, but I've been living on this swamp for a long time. I kind of dug in and got comfortable. The moss sort of grows out of me natural like now. Instead of hair, it just happened to so gradual, and I got so accustomed to it, it didn't occur to me to question it.
Oops, sorry. I didn't mean to give you some kind of philosophical crisis.
No apology necessary, friend. But it is something I'm going to be chewing on for a while.
Can I have some of your moss?
Excuse me? You dropped an existential bombshell on me, now you're asking for part of my body?
I'm not really in top social form today, I guess. I do need some of that moss, though.
Well, I'll tell you what. Help me solve this puzzle, whether I'm a man or a monster, and I'll give you some moss.
I think you're a man? Well, well, the way I see it, you seem intelligent, you can hold a conversation, you haven't tried to murder me for my delicious organ meats.
How do you know they're delicious?
So I figure. What does it really mean to be human anyways? You may as well be less Homo sapien and more. Whatever the technical term for moss is, but doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. What's really important is you're just being a good person, whatever kind of person you are.
Well, that's real.
Even if it's an extremely weird kind of person.
Well, that's real good of you to say, friend. I guess that answers my question.
I'm kind of a piece of work, aren't I? Little bit of a piece of shit sometimes. He peels off some of his mustache and hands it to you. Got an item, Mossman's mustache. I guess I can ask him, sure. Say, are you a hobo?
Huh, well, ain't that the thing about hobos? They're always on the move. I feel like I'm practically the opposite of hobo. I happen to know of a group of hobos that settled down and built themselves a pretty nice camp. I bet you'd be welcome there if you're interested.
Oh, I happen to know a group of hobos, and I've settled down. That was me. My bad.
Well, now, I do value my solitude, but I certainly couldn't do any harm to visit and see. In fact, I do believe I'm due a little vacation.
You mark the location of the hobo camp on Clyde's map and head off in the swamp with a wave and get 15 XP. All right. Longus! Sorry for late. You don't apologize for lurking. You're more than welcome to lurk. We got lots of ghosts and specters that lurk here. Do what makes you happy, friend. Pull up a blanket and some tea or something good. A snack maybe. Just get comfy. It's fine. You don't gotta talk. Just gotta enjoy. This moss is twinkling for some reason. And it doesn't give me any options about it, but okay. That moss is shaped like a couch. This is like a table of moss, but okay. I guess we will continue on. I saw that pun, but I missed it. I guess we'll go to Barbara Yagara's hut now. Barbara Yagara? Barbara Yagara? I don't know. There isn't so much a bird bath as a bird dirtier. Let's go ahead and fish in it, though. That's for sure. Nice, you caught a flat-finned mud squelcher. You toss in your fish sack. Sweet, I got a fish in a sack. I got another fish in a sack. Let's keep fishing. Any living plushies among the spirits? Few, actually. Yeah, absolutely. Figured to have something interesting. I did try. I hope we don't go all John Wick on... Yeah, we don't need John Wick going out on us right now. We just want to have tea with a kindly old lady in a swamp. Alright, that's all there is. But there's a little bit of... I need to go up my hobo language a little bit. It's a huge cattail, like a lion tail. Okay, alright, well... Seems like she farms cattails. Very interesting. You cautiously enter the spooky hut and discover it's actually really nice inside. A young woman with a rather twig-oriented hat greets you. You are sometimes... Well, there you go. Oh, hello. Please come in. I don't get any visitors apart from all the birds. I might be in the wrong place. Are you Barbara Yagara? That's correct. And you are? I'm Eerie Eyebrows. Batula's made one because there you go. Perfect. Pleasure. Come on in. Come on in. Yeah, let's go inside. This is fine. Look at all the birds! Look at all these cute little birds! Oh, there's so many birds everywhere. I love them. Hi, birds. Let's go ahead and talk to Barbara Yagara first, though. This is a really nice house. To be honest, I was expecting everything to be a lot more, you know, witchy. Oh, so you've heard the old stories. Oh, those are about my granny. She was really into croning. Croning? Being a crone. You know, all the really old traditional magic stuff. She used to live she lived to be nearly 200 years old. When she passed, she left me the house and all her birds and so on. I see. Is that why you're here? Chasing old legends of Barbara Yagara? Well, not exactly. I met a kid who's into the old stories, but he was so afraid you might be the child-eating kind of witch, so he sent me instead. Oh, that's adorable. I don't think I've ever eaten a child, but there's no way of telling what was in Granny's stews. I'm not sure if that was meant as a joke or... Sure! Anyway, I'm supposed to take back a feather. Huh. Okay, I can't just give you one, though. Are you sure? Yeah, sorry. I have to give you some kind of test first. It's a traditional thing. What sort of test? Well, it's a lot of work keeping this room clean with all the birds and all, and I'm getting behind on my other chores. Ugh, chores. Or you could fight me. Fight you? Granny trained all these birds to be killers, but I haven't exactly been out looking for trouble like she used to, so they can use some exercise, you know? I don't want to fight birds. Let's find out a little bit more about these chores. I guess chores is better. I need you to muck out the bird bath out front and pick the ripe cattails out of my cattail patch for me. That's only 2 things. Isn't there a third thing? Of course, but I'll tell you that after you finish the first 2. Of course. All right, I'll go do your chores. Great! You can tell the ripe cattails by how they look a little different. I'm sure you saw a bird bath when you came in. Got it. Well, I hope I know which one. Barbara's well-maintained arcane oven. Do some cooking. Can I do anything? I can do some sleazy armor. Okay, we can do that. Can we do anything else? No, we cannot. You probably shouldn't mess with this trapdoor without Barbara's permission, and probably all her birds' permission, too. Chest is set, but the rooks on the other side look nothing like, and nothing but doves on the other. A small bird bath. Ask Barbara about it. Huh, I've never seen an indoor bird bath before. Oh, that was a gift. It's too small for my birds, though. I'll be happy to give it to you along with that feather if you help me out. Okay. What am I going to do with a bird bath? Indulge my own vanity? Yeah, sure. Let's go ahead and change my face back to what it was before. Alright, let's go do the thing. Oh, no. I need sleaze and stench armor to do that. Oh, boy. Alright. Cattail. Pick it. Pick it. Pick it. Pick it. And pick it. Okay, so we got the right cattails, so that hopefully is good. 6 sleaze and stench armor. How the fuck am I gonna do that? Okay, so this is not gonna help me at all. This is not gonna help me at all. This is... Alright. None of these will help me. These will help me. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of swamp corn dogs. Spooky armor, that's something. Not what I need, though. Muscle, that's also something, but not what I need. Mood ring. Snake tooth. Wandering shadow creatures. None of these are gonna be it. None of these are gonna be it. No, sir. That's cold armor, and that's extra AP, but that's not what I want. Those aren't what I want either. Okay, so I have food. That'll increase my sleaze armor by 3. How do I know how much sleaze armor I have on me? Probably none. Okay, so that's sleaze armor. Physical armor. I think it gave me enough to be able to do something, right? My government-issued sardines, that's sleaze armor. Alright, let's go ahead and eat one of these, I guess. What is my ice cream every ache? What I don't remember what that does. Okay, let's take a quick peek. Character sheet. Ice cream every cake? Where is it? Oh, +5 to hot armor. Okay, yeah, we can sacrifice that. That's fine. Okay. Potions. Or food, I guess. Go ahead and eat one of these sardine cans. Alright, and we're fish oiled. So that's nice. Got some sleaze armor on us. Now how about stench armor? Nope, nope, nope. I'm hoping I got something, because I got a lot of these things. That's more sleaze armor. Is it both or is it single? I think it's both. Spooky armor, shadow grease, shadow beer. Muscle. Physical. Nope. Nope. Spooky armor, moxie, physical. There's more sleaze armor, but not great. Alright, my best bet is to double up on the sleaze armor and hope for the best. I'm internally slippery and externally slippery. It's great. Nope, that is not enough. I need stench armor, too. What can I get that will give me stench armor? Combat items. Quest items, that's not going to help me at all. Books. We should read that later. That's useless. Shoot. None of these are going to help me at all. You can filter your inventory by elemental armors to find stench stuff. That's true. Everything and filters. Mental armor. Now I need stench. So all I have is shadow wine. Increases your hot armor and your cold armor by 3, and your stench armor by 3, and your sleaze armor by 3. But this is a potion. Well, I guess it's not going to be enough, but alright, we'll drink it. So it'll at least waver that out. Okay, hang on. Does anybody have a... Is there a store I can buy something from? Let's just go here. I'm going to try to not change my armors as best as I can. In a gloomy grove of sunken cypress trees, a well-muscled woman stands waist-deep in an opaque bog. Her hands rest on the pommel of a sword, its blade lodged in the muck. It catches your eye because it's not the type of thing you see on the East Coast. What sword is that?
This is the blade of your great aunt. Many moons ago, it was entrusted to my family for safekeeping now. Now it is yours to reclaim for a cost.
Why do I have to pay for my family's sword?
The security guaranteed by my family is unique and comes with a great price. Your great aunt knew this, and why she placed the great blade in our care.
What's the cost?
In time, I shall ask you of a boon, and you shall be obliged to grant it.
This feels like it's gonna do me a dirty, but we're gonna do it. Cool, we got our great aunt's sword. The sword has a satisfying heft. You can see why your great aunt liked it so much. But with it comes something unsatisfying, something that makes you feel almost queasy and a little cursed. You geased me?
It's a simple magic binding you to your oath. Until time is which I need you of your service on that day, I will find you.
Can't we just do the boon thing now. But she's gone and slipped away into the dark waters of the swamp. Better be a good sword. It's a great sword. Oh, okay. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-bop. It's a long walk. Alright, Flemberg Place. Alright, and I do have enough for... Oh. Oh my god, there's so many curses I have on me right now. I need to go nap. I should probably actually leave and go fix that. Can I not afford that yet? Okay. I only have 125, so I guess not. Tell me about this sword. Deals your muscle plus 5 physical damage. I could... 5 physical is pretty good. I could definitely do that. Where is, what do I have equipped already? It's only 4. I can use a wand core. Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go ahead and put the wand core in. Yeah. You insert the wand core in your Gridon sword and start blasting stuff with it. Good. Good, 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 good. Deals my mysticality plus 5 physical damage. Okay. Some viscous goo has rendered this house entirely decorative. That's one way to put it. Uh-oh. Oh, we are definitely going to have a conversation about the man trying to become the fly. A very small man's machine is clearly trying to get your attention. Let's talk to him. Hi, I'm Erie. Do you need help?
I absolutely need your help, thank you. My name's Flemberg. Hey, Flemberg! I moved to my parents' old house because there was no one who would give me a lab for my experiments. It turned out an assistant would also have been a nice thing to have.
What are you trying to do?
Improve myself. You know, better, faster, stronger. At least one of those. But I put the wrong settings in the control console and all that happened was I shriek.
You can't just change the settings?
The door doesn't open from the side.
What?
Yeah, I didn't think it through.
Okay, well, I can just let you out.
No! No. Opening the door will depolarize the booth and it takes months for the field emitters to recharge. Not to mention the fact that I could have I'd have to collect all the new supplies of genetic materials, so the door can only be opened once.
Jeez, you really didn't think this through. Bioshock devs about... Ooh. I will look into that. And, Loromaster. I will take that hint. Yes, please. Geez, you really didn't think this through. What should I do then?
You have to fix the settings on the console.
What should I set it to?
Really, if I do, I would have put the wrong ones in myself. Just make me better before you open the door.
Better than what?
Better than a normal guy. I don't know. I spent so long thinking about how I could build this machine that I didn't have time to think about why I built it.
I'll see what I can do. Okay, well, what do we have here? If this guy cared about these tools, he probably wouldn't have left them on the floor. Finders keepers. Okay, chunk of lead, some foot gloves. Yeah. I have not been watching the Game Awards or anything. Yeah, I've not been keeping up at all. Maybe they're hand shoes. Makes you walk on your hands. Absolutely. That's nice. I like that. Next to the workbench, there's a bunch of smaller workbenches. Let's go ahead and take one. Tiny workbench. Workbench covered in tools. Let's make some stuff, but I don't have anything to make combat items with. That's fine. Hey, how's it going? Shut up. Game and its puns. Looks like Flemberg's fan of crates and barrels. Breeding pair of Musca gargantua. Let's collect some eggs. We got some stylish gel and some sorted grease. Alright, okay. Crazy controls for this crazy contraption. Let's go ahead and set them that. The screen above the levers reads body, Flemberg, head, Flemberg, lungs, Flemberg, fly, hat, fly. I mean, we'll keep the hat pretty fly, but let's go ahead and flip the pituitary lever. Can we flip the pituitary lever again? No, it goes back to fly. So that'll turn him back to normal. Do we want to give him the lungs of a fly? No, maybe just the hat. Maybe you can just have a hat that's fly. Yeah, I think that's probably about right. That's probably a good thing. Just turn his hat into a fly. What if we flip the hat lever? No, that hat's got to be pretty fly. Alright. He seems to be 100% Flemberg at this point. What if we do change his lungs to that of a fly? Oh, he's not happy. Alright. He doesn't like having fly lungs, that's for sure. A horrible fly-headed man is buzzing loudly and repeatedly punching the glass. Nope, I don't think he likes that either. How about the body? The machine contains a huge fly with Flemberg's head. No, I think well, yeah, we can talk to him. Oh god, one sec, I'll try again. No! Wait, this is pretty great, actually. What? I can fly! And I have the proportionate strength of a fly scaled up to human size. What's not to love? Just go ahead and open the door. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. You let Flemberg out of the booth. Heck yeah! I can't wait to get up all these kind of giant fly stuff. Well, before you go, I need to get a chest hair off of you. Do I still have those? Okay, well, whatever, sure. I got the fly man's chest hair. Thanks, it's for... I probably don't want to know. I'm out. See ya! Okay, bye. It's not going to come back to haunt my nightmares later. I believe I do have at least 9, so that's a good idea. All right. Let me go do that. Let me go do that right now. Maybe check this mailbox first. I casually commit a federal crime. I got some junk mail. Good, good, good. I got 2 junk mails now. I could also go back here first to the Monster Shack and turn in a bunch of these quests, and then go do that. Thank you, Lore Master. I appreciate it. You briefly lose track of where you're going because of all the big wet trees look the same. You stumble across a ramshackle dwelling bearing the unmistakable aroma of illicit distillation. We'll check that out later. Good to know, though. Alright. Hi, friend.
Hi, any luck trapping that Chupacanara?
No, not yet.
Yeah, it's a little slippery critter, alright. It's a metaphorical way. I don't know if it's actually slippery or not. My traps haven't been working.
Okay, so we can turn this one into you. Here, I got it. Oh, thank you so much. I'm gonna put this in this little silver lock and treasure forever. What was he like? Was his experiment a success? I've got to go. The kid pulls out a sash, pins a badge on it, and hands it to you. Yes, thanks. Here's an official Monster Squad sash and your first Monster Squad badge. Sweet. Thanks. Talk to this one. Getting fair. Oh no, we're still working on that one. This kid is preoccupied with smelling 2 test tubes. Can I make your potions? Fancy potions. Well, there's Sleaze armor. Shit. Would have been nice. We'll go ahead and do that. Make a basic potion. Some other Sleaze armor. Okay. All right. I'm getting lots of stylish pomade. That's good. I met the Moss Man you were talking about.
Hey, I told you he's real.
Yeah, he's a pretty decent guy, actually. Gave me his mustache here.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing.
You're welcome. The kid happily sticks the mustache to his upper lip.
Hey, look.
Mossy?
It's the best day of my life.
Kid takes your sash, pins another badge to it, and hands it back to you. I got another 35 XP. That's pretty good. How about you, nerd? Oh no, we still haven't done that one. Okay, that's fine. Can we get ham radio friend here? No, that was exactly what we're trying to... Okay. That should be good. Let's go ahead and take the bus back to Ocean City, where we can go down there. Oh good, the bakery's here. That's nice. Probably check that out too. Alright, so visit the distillery. Wait. This is the speakeasy, not the distillery. Where was the distillery? I forgot. We've already made that joke. Max HP, doop-a-doo, miscatality. Okay. We'll go ahead and leave. Or check out the bakery, too. This must be Bertram. Introduce yourself. Hi, are you Bertram? I'm Erie, a friend of Charles. Well, heck, they call me Bert. Pleased as punch to meet you, Erie. Any friends Charles is a friend of mine. In fact, I'll give you a friend discount. Wow, really? Sure! Just assume that all my prices would be 10% higher if we weren't friends. Great! What's for sale? It's a pretty honest way to go about it. The lake. Okay, I'll head to the lake. Thank you. I don't need that. Don't need that. That's nice. Got a whole bunch of stuff here. Don't need any of it. Alright, to the lake! Crystal Dream Lake. There's the distillery. Perfect. Now I gotta go all the way around, up and over the dam, cross it, and through the forest. A squirrel chitters angrily at you from a nearby hollow tree, presumably trying to scare you away from its stash. A real tactical mistake on its part, since now you know where its stash is. It scampers away and you peer into its hole. You find not just the expected nuts, but also several wallets? Huh. Has this squirrel been mugging hikers? Maybe you should get out of here before it comes back with a knife, but I do gain 12 meat. Damn squirrels and their thievery. Okay, here we are. Can do some distilling. Yeah, we can translate this. This code reads, be careful not to drop your handkerchief in this barrel. Huh. You reach and see if anybody ignored the advice. They did, and I got a booze-soaked handkerchief. Distill the wet fuel. Perfect. We need to do that anyways. All right. Bit by bit. Don't need any more potions. Totally forgot about this place, too. Is there anything else here I can do? Cool couch. I think that's it. I think we did both the things I needed to do. Squeeze through that hole. Alright, okay. There's Beepo's hole. I can go here to this junkyard, and I might actually be able to help out this... doop-a-doop-a-doop. Nice one. Thanks. Hey, bug. What's that? What? So, like, literally nothing. Oh, okay. Molly's muscle increases by 1. I'm starting to get a little worn on all the reading, so I'm trying to, like, pick and choose my battles here. Hey, friend. I still don't have enough muscle for that. That's fine. So we won't stick around. Never mind. There's a pet store here, which is kind of cool. I wonder if they got anything new. Probably not. Crystals, Crystal Drally, Vegan Crystal Shop. Okay, we'll take a detour and check that out. It's quite the detour from the pet store, but okay. Crystals! The proprietress of this empty store has nothing to proprietor. Let's talk to her. What do you sell here? What do you think? Crystals? You'd sure think so, wouldn't you? Huh. You'd sure think a crystal store next to a crystal mine would sell crystals, wouldn't ya? Please, you're using too many italics. I can't focus. Let me tell you a little story about a young woman whose name is me. Oh, I love stories. My parents wanted me to go straight to college, so that's what I did. But college girls, they're only thinking about one thing. Getting a degree so they can work in a mine. I'm not like regular girls, guy. I want to sell things that come out of mines. Sure, gases and such. So I dropped out and I moved across 13 states with my best crystal mine in the country. And when I arrived at the mine, it was out of business. And now so am I, before I even got started. So what are you still doing here? Well, I ain't selling crystals, so it's plan B, which is frowning. I missed why you wanted to sell crystals specifically. My name is Crystal. That doesn't mean you have to sell crystals. Yeah, but it just means I get fewer nouns to keep in my head. Alright, that's all. I get it. You've thoroughly enjoyed the story time of the shadow of this. Okay, good. Yeah, there's a lot of reading in it, but I do enjoy it. So do you want to check out this mine? Do you want me to check out that mine? Yeah, break me off a couple crystals, you were thinking? Not asking you to clear out the whole mine, man, but just a few crystals so I can afford my whole I can afford to send my whole sorority down there. Sure. Seems like a fun little side quest. Oh, there's an orb here. It's a weird shadow pocket, a pouch or something. Got a shadow milkshake! Yay! I like shadow milkshakes. Alright, here's the mine. You were startled by a tiny skull painted on the side of a tree. You were then unstartled by the realization that it's just Death's head moth. You learned how to deal with these things back in college. Let's deal with it. I got some eldritch mist. You put your face extremely close to the moth and then scream, "Get out of here, you dumb moth!" Startled by your scream, it flies away, leaving only a faint mist which you collect. Aw, be nice to moths. Door is completely boarded shut. Let's go ahead and pry it open. I'm happy to do the voices. Oh, another orb. Okay. Another pocket. Another shadow hot dog. This little radio playing some big band music. This game cannot figure out its thing. All right. Hopefully that's good. Cabinet is securely locked. There's nothing on this desk except a very old pink slip. Let's read it. The reason for termination is listed as shirking of elevator maintenance duties. All right. Filing cabinet is newer than the rest of the furniture, but it's still pretty wrecked, so let's see what's inside. Flip file flip flops. What? Oh, I gotta wear those. Why are there more like shoe-based? Makes your steps more organized. Okay. Why are there more shoe-based loot than anything else? Oh my god. Yep, alright, that's happening. It's another one of those weird doors. Let's go ahead and step on through. It's a 1906 calendar. The desk with nothing on it or in it or behind it is a huge disappointment, really. An empty bird cage must have run out of canaries. This version of the cabinet is unlocked, so let's look inside. Unfortunately, this version of the cabinet is empty. There's a jacket hanging on the coat rack, which I guess technically makes it a jacket rack, but we'll search it. The Gumbuckle Mine Cabinet key. Oh, good. There's an elevator that leads down to the main shaft, so let's go ahead and take that. Oh, yes. I'm very aware of that, but there's just so many. There's so many silly walks. This table is bare except for a note reading, I owe you one helmet. A very large, oddly spherical rock. It has a hole drilled into it. Let's go ahead and shine our flashlight in that hole. Your flashlight reveals a sparkly colored crystal inside. It's a geode. Okay, so if we can crack that open, it's going to be a whole thing. Just got to figure out how to get it. Okay. So back through this, now that we have the key. The cabinet is securely locked, but we can now unlock it. The cabinet is empty except for one can of elevator grease. We got a can of elevator grease. Good. We just need to maintain the elevator. Let's go ahead and grease it. It's far too gone for the grease to help at this point. You really hope somebody got fired for doing such a terrible job of taking care of this elevator. Damn it. But I want to go down there. Shoot, man. So we go back. We go here. We give it a good greasing and we take her for a spin. Well, we just did that. We don't need to. Okay, we'll go back up. Alright, hopefully that greasing lasts 22 years like it said. Oh wait, we need to go through the door. There's nothing on this desk except an old Employee of the Month's award certificate.
Foolish mortals.
Zowowo! Hello, welcome. You're the only one who's been here this month, so you definitely deserve this. We got an Employee of the Month award! Yay! We don't even work here, but yay! Now the elevator will work, for reasons. I think traveling through time does technically count as being beyond the veil of some sort, yes. Fallen debris, concerning crack in the wall. Let's go ahead and break it open, I guess. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. An old knapsack leans against the support beam. Let's see what's inside. Antique blue jeans and a miner's journal. It's a weird cold rock. Okay, let me check those blue jeans really quick. 1 to muscle and 5 to maximum HP. No, we're good. I don't want that one. We can sift through the mine tailings and gain 130 meat. So that's nice. Another shadow rift. I guess we can go through it if we really want. Grindstone ring. What does that do? Almost all of your random encounters will be fights. No, we're good. Let's go ahead and step through here. Huh. Was my head always a pickaxe? Yeah, as far as I remember it was. Pile of rocks. A cohesive whole. Break it. Whoa, trippy. Part of the nothingness is missing here. Interesting. The rocks are reforming themselves into unusual shapes. There we go. Oh, more shoes. Whatever's going on here, this undulating rift of shadow energy is certainly to blame. You should ask Jessica about it next time you see her. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Why not just, you know, do something about the boots that I'm pretty sure I have? Guess we'll go back through. Nothing else to do here? How do we get out? Oh, through here. Okay. My bad. So this is a problem. How are we going to get through? How are we going to get through here? I want my geode. Can I have my geode, please? I guess we have to talk to Jessica before I can do anything about that. Alright. I did get some new items, though, didn't I? Yeah, okay. The Miner's Journal. Go ahead and read that. I suppose I have to. Open up a side passage into a new cave, a real big one. Lots of nice crystal outcroppings. Should be a good haul. Also a bunch of big stone pillars. They look like the kind you get when stalactite and stalagmite touch and keep going. But those are most commonly limestone. Those don't look like any limestone I ever saw. Too red. Pretty creepy. Probably I ought to chisel one open and see if there's anything good inside. January 5th. Brought my chisels today, but I don't know what I was thinking. Dripstone columns don't have anything special in the middle of them. Doesn't make any sense. Gathered some of the regular crystals instead. You know, maybe tomorrow I'll burst into one of those columns just to see. You know, maybe there could be something really good and shiny treasures inside. January 6th. I am 100% certain there are no treasures inside those pillars. I don't even remember writing that last bit of yesterday's entry. Which is why I, Ezekiel Pixley, am definitely going to open up all those pixels and claim their incredible treasures for myself first thing in the morning. Okay. Alright. Brand new identity. January 7th. Had my hammer and chisel all ready to go. Gave one of those columns a great big kiss. That kind of made me stop and wonder what I was doing. Read back through this diary again and decided to blast the tunnel closed and skip town. Get as far from here as I can. I'm leaving the diary in case anyone else finds the mine. Don't dig out those back tunnels unless you want the shiniest, sexiest treasure you ever saw, or my name ain't Ezekiel Pixley. Which it is. It's completely me writing this, so go ahead and open the tunnels, it's fine. Okay. So there's gotta be something down here. Alright, so I can't venture further. I'm pretty sure I have shoes that are like that, so let's see what happens if I put them on. Yeah, vampire boots. There we go. That's what they look like. Could be heavy boots or steel-toed boots as well, and either one. Nope, I don't get to keep them. Gosh darn it. Maybe it's not those. Keep trying my shoes on. Once again, the answer seems to be no. Alright, I think we have to go talk to Jessica, so it's fine. We'll go do that. Back to Ocean City, please. Where we'll talk to Jessica about some stuff. And I have a message. Oh, good. Gymnast shoes or flip-flops. Boop, 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 a doop. Alright. Talk to Jessica. Jessica looks pretty busy, but then she always does. I found a weird little hole in space. A what? Like, sort of a shadow pocket kind of thing? Huh, you didn't put your hand in it or anything, did you? Yeah. There's a hot dog inside. Did you eat it? No, don't answer that. Look, I'm gonna suggest you don't do that again. Okay. You're going to, though, aren't you? Guess we'll find out. Jessica opens up her desk drawer and pokes around inside of it. Charles did something to a pair of pliers, deionized them or something I didn't catch. Ah, here they are. Shadow closing pliers. If you see any more of those, you should probably use these pliers to pinch them and close them without actually touching them with your hands. Oh, neat, thanks. But I like my shadow hot dog. You check the message, call Don T. Okay, let's call the mob back. Don Toblerone speaking. Don, that was unusually concise. Are you feeling okay? The boss is mad about our telephone bill. I have been encouraged to keep this brief. I see. What's the job? Greasy Steve will have the details for you. Okay, well, we have that, and that's a good amount of money to make, too. But I'm not worried about that. Dirk's house? We haven't been there yet. We haven't been to the boardwalk yet, either. Should probably go to the hobo camp and see if we can, You stop dead in your tracks, and when you see three of those weird fishmen lurking in the mouth of an alley up ahead, they're peering around with their glistening, staring eyes, glurbling at each other quietly until one of them notices you. Id and its two companions start to stalk towards you, making wet, growling sounds. Ah, geez, what even are you guys? Well, are you evil invaders? Are you natives that were displaced by urban development, seeking to reclaim what's rightfully yours? The fishmen confer briefly. Okay, thanks. Well, as long as we're on the same page. I have just enough muscle to shove past him. You shove past the fisherman, whose slimy hands can't find purchase to grab you, and stride away. They glurble angrily at you, but you're either too startled to make any further issue of it, or they're trying to basically keep a low profile. Either way, you make sure you get out of there unscathed, except for the fish slime. Check on my hobo camp friends. Were you able to find any work? Okay, anyways. See you later. No. I'm just gonna burst through like all their dialogue because I've done it already. Just want to see if there's anything new. Oh, hey, here we go. Yeah, can you spare some first aid supplies? Sweet. Thanks, Doc. Oh, here, you get around a lot, right? In what sense exactly?
You go to a lot of places.
Oh, yes.
Do you think you might be able to go to the vicinity of the Seaside Institute of Technology anytime soon? I have a small delivery I need someone to make.
Sure, I can do that.
I've received word that a hobo out there has come into possession of a number of old dorm room beds, and we could certainly make use of them. Could you locate the man and give him my invitation?
A royal summons, yeah, absolutely. So about those secret plans. Alright, nothing. Don't touch the telephone, got it. I'm just trying to see if there is any more hobo code I can learn, because I am apparently very behind on my hobo code. And I need to not be. Oh, good. Yeah. Nope, that's not going to give me anything. There's our mossy friend. Ask about the hobo code. Yeah! Do you know any hobo code you could teach me? I don't remember his voice. Oh, yeah.
Sure, I picked up a couple of signs. Here's one that says, keep off the grass.
Thanks. I got a little bit more hobo code. Perfect. All right. Every bit helps. Nothing here except washboard friend. Okay, we can probably do that other side quest real quick. Back at the SIT campus. There's Ovid's shop. Let's go. They have Diablo 4? Nice. Let's go ahead and reason with the math real quick and skip through it. Again, just going to complete a whole bunch of quick little side quests or whatever I can do super fast. It's Ovid in his element. Let's talk to him. The hobo... let's see what he's selling first, because I have a lot of money now. Anarchist Hardware, Bertram's Finest Tooth Wax. Woo! Good stuff. Majesty's Least Favorite Poems. You know, I'll get it. I'm going to regret it, but I'll get it. Probably the titanium staple remover, too. Just in case. Okay. Now about that summons. The Hobo King requests your presence. Oh, come again. There's a hobo camp just outside the Ocean City, and the guy in charge has heard you're rich in beds. He asked me to give you this official summons. Oh, hey, this sounds like a good deal. Can't use more than 1 or 2 of these myself anyways. I'll head out there, thanks. Good, 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 good. So let's see what happens if we go back now. And back up to the hobo camp.
Hey, Bubba, what's happening?
Hi.
I can see you dig the shades. You got good taste.
What the?
You like my sunglasses.
Oh, gotcha.
I pride myself on being cutting edge.
Flips open his coat, showing you rows of sunglasses inside.
Care to buy for yourself? Only 25 me.
Sure, it's a deal.
That's what I like to hear.
He takes your meat and expertly selects the best pair of sunglasses from the lining of his coat.
Looking good, baby. Nice doing business with you.
And that's the last cash I need. And that's the last cash I need to square things up with Mrs. Brewster. So thanks for that, baby. Mrs. Brewster?
She's the lady that runs the boarding house me and the other traveling salesmen stay at when we're in town. She's strict, but it's a nice place. Check it out sometime.
Yes. There's more to buy. Absolutely. Let's go talk to our king really quickly and see if that's it for them. Yes. Okay, so we don't have anything more. Do you have anything for sale now? Anything new? Nothing new, but that's fine. Guess we can go over here to Mrs. Brewster's. 6 months. Aw, but hey, you know it exists now. As the two of you are walking down the street, Molly suddenly stops and gestures a nearby gun stop.
Oh, hey, I know this bulldogger. Hang on a sec.
You want to go shopping?
Nah, I want to get my typewriter a quick tune-up. The side on it's in kind of hinky. Cut yourself a piece of cake. I'll be right back.
You don't see any cake around here, disappointingly, but Molly returns presently with a freshly polished Tommy gun and a cheerful grin. Her moxie increases by 1.
Now we're hitting all sixes. Come on, Buck. Let's squiggle on.
And here I thought Gabby was hard to understand. Mrs. Brewster's home for the traveling salesman. Code says, nice lady, but she only likes salesmen. Oh, well, not super useful non-hobo, but at least you got some translation practice. As you enter the boarding house, you discover some kind of hullabaloo, or perhaps a kerfuffle. A stern-looking middle-aged lady is surrounded by 6 agitated men, all talking over each other. Listen in.
Mrs. Brewster.
Oh, gentlemen, I insist you settle down at once. We won't get to the bottom of this with you all acting like panicked school children.
Mrs. Brewster, you've got to call the cops.
Ha! What this town calls police, I wouldn't trust to solve a jigsaw puzzle, let alone a serious crime. I won't have these hooligans turning my house upside down.
But there's a murder. Somebody has to do something.
What you can all do is go to your rooms and let me think. Goodness gracious.
The men file upstairs, abashed but still fidgeting nervously. Let's go ahead and talk to the woman. Mrs. Brewster sighs, exasperated.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't have any vacancies. Well, I suppose I do, but I can't let you have this room until the whole mess has been sorted out.
One of those men said something about a murder?
Yeah, it's absolutely ghastly. One of my lodgers was murdered in the night. Nobody heard or saw anything. I'm practically at my wit's end.
Oh, what can I do to help? My name's Eerie Eyebrows. I'm kind of an independent investigator sort of thing. Oh, like the Belgian fellow from the mystery novels? What? Sure. Well, that's marvelous. If you can solve this mystery, I can pay you quite reasonably. All right, it's a deal. Oh, thank goodness. Can you tell me about the victim? He was a traveling salesman. All my lodgers are traveling salesmen. What did he sell? Oh, they come and go so frequently, I'm afraid I haven't got the foggiest idea. Well, how'd he die? I'm not sure. The body is missing. Look, you better just go have a look for yourself. He was in 3C. I locked the door so no one would mess around in here. All right, let's go to 3C. I'm not going to use the shadow pliers. Let's get the shadow clarinet. Okay, nice. Bathroom door's locked. Problem is the same as said for Diablo More. Okay. Mrs. Brewster's only allowed in the kitchen. Let's go up. 2D. Knock on the door. Should probably check on the crime. Yep, okay, let's go ahead and do that. Is this going to be like a murder mystery sort of thing? I think I'd rather move on. Alright, let's go ahead and go inside. You step into room 3C and discover, holy crap! A massive pool of blood on the floor. And like Mrs. Brewster said, there's no body in sight. Let's investigate. This throw rug looks pretty ordinary. We'll check it. Sorkins, hello. You roll up the rug and... Whoa, what the heck? There's a crazy cold diagram underneath it. The lines and glyphs appear to have been burned into the floor. You can see little blobs of melted candle wax at the point of the dodecagram. It even smells faintly of weird incense. Was this some kind of ritual killing? Great, like a regular old murder wasn't enough. Wardrobe is locked. We can check for clues. Look yourself in the mirror. Nope. Go ahead and go fishing, though. Absolutely go fishing in the wash basin. Got a handful of clean water. Windows locked. Killer must have been coming from inside the house. We can fish in the blood. Yeah, that seems like a good idea. Nothing. Must be shallower than it looks. Is there nothing else to see or talk about? Hey, look, shoes. Some high-heeled shoes have been carelessly left in the hallway. You're not sure which aspect would upset Mrs. Brewster the most. So we'll go ahead and take the shoes. Extra high heels. Makes your steps higher. Oh, yes, that's perfect. Alright, back to Mrs. Brewster, I guess. She stands by the control panel. Okay. Well, Mrs. Brewster, I had a look in room C. Did you find anything? I found a huge pool of blood. It was really gross. Did you find anything else? Yes, actually. An occult ritual circle. What? Oh my goodness. You think it was some kind of black magic sacrifice? I'm afraid it looks that way. Yes, ma'am. Well, I've always felt the lodger's religion was no business of mine, but I won't stand for this one bit. Are any of your lodgers involved with the occult, do you know? I do recall one of them specialized in selling occult supplies and paraphernalia, but I'm afraid I don't remember which one. You'll have to ask around. Okie dokie. I'll just go to each one. No response. You knock the door, nervous milking man says, well, what are you doing out of the hallway at a time like this? Don't you know there's a murderer on the loose? I'm investigating the murder, actually. I don't have the patience to do this one, so we'll come back to it later. Sorry. We're like right at the end of my streaming session here, and we've gone a little off the rails, I think. We can go back here. We can go back to the crash site, I believe, and do that thing. Because now we've distilled that stuff. I'd like to see that mission accomplished. Alright. Talk to Rhonda Rasmussen. Hello again, Rhonda. Hi! I got your fuel cleaned up. No shinola? If there were any in there, I think I got it out. Let's have a look! She opens up the can and pours a little into a wine glass and swirls around while peering at it closely. Well, look at that! No legs at all! Aw, geez, did I mess it up? No, that's a good thing. It means you got rid of all the water. I don't see any dirt in here either. Nice work. I guess you're all set then.
Looks like it. I got my fuel, my plane, and runway all sorted out. Thanks a ton. I couldn't have done it without you. You know, you could have a career in aviation if you decide to give up, what do you do?
I'd rather not explain it.
Gotcha. I've had jobs like that. Well, I haven't got any meat on hand to pay you for your time here, but let me give you this spare flight helmet as a souvenir.
A leather aviator helmet.
Neat, thanks. You earned it, pal. Keep her flying.
Good luck.
Look at her go!
Look at her go! Ah, that's great, that's great. We can go ahead and drive this back to the quarry because we did promise. Okay. Tell me about that hat, though. Mysticality and Moxie, let's go ahead and equip that hat. And, do I have anything nice I can put on it? I've already really made this hat really nice. Damn it, I invested too soon. Too early. There's the Moonshiner's Shack, which we haven't been to. Where was it that we needed to go that... Was it Barbara's hut? Let me take a look at my items again. Stylish sunglasses. Okay, what was it that I picked up? Nope, that's not it. Grindstone ring, miner's journal, blue jeans, flip-flops, eldritch mist, no, there we go. There we go. Alright, stench armor, that's what we need. And where was it stinky? I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, Flemberg Place, I think. No. It was Barbara's hut. It was Barbara's hut. There we go. Perfect. That's odd. This patch of muddy ground has a lot of tracks in it that look like human handprints. Well, except for the fact that humans don't normally walk around in their hands. Maybe there's an acrobat convention in the middle of the swamp. Oh, what am I thinking you're talking about? It might be Honey Hape. Yeah, let's go ahead and follow this. Geez, the more you look, the more the confusing trampled mess there are. Seems there are different sets of heading in different directions. How many thumbs do you say the thing has on one hand? One thumb? Okay, and how many fingers was it? 4? You follow the prints to the clearing in the middle of a small stand of trees, and you're surprised to find an animal pretty much like a honey ape the kid described. Like a somewhat larger chimpanzee or a very small gorilla. Kuro! Kuro! Hi, welcome everybody. How's it going? We're playing more Shadows over Loathing, and we just discovered Honey Ape. Stranded Alien Dawn, what's that about? Pidgeotto's kicking your ass. Better kick its ass back. Yeah, get it. Get it. Kill it, Cerebi. Wow, that was a resilient Pidgeotto. It's like RimWorld. You miss Onion? Oh, that was when you're doing the Nuzlocke. Oh, shoot. Goodness, that was not that long ago, actually, now that I remember. Poor Onion, I'm sorry. Alright, so we just discovered Honey Ape, and we're probably gonna attack it because I don't have a lot of Moxie right now. Because I have been affected by a lot of statuses. It's not great. Okay. Honey Ape will deal 10 physical damage and cause 8 bleeding. There's a lot of bees. Oh no. Don't poison my spider. Don't attack my Skeetus. Don't attack my Cletus Mosquitus. Okay, so this has 14, 11, 14, 14. You know what? We'll just go ahead and spray and pray. It's fine. There we go, good enough. No, that's so much poison. My spider. My spider. You telling people to come and poke me? That's fine. Don't worry about it. We're just all here having a good time. Alright, so my cleave does not deal as much damage as my other thing does, so I'm probably not going to use this weapon again. I can set things on fire. Or sleaze damage. Bunch of stuff. 3, 6, 9. Good. I think all of this has still above 9, except you. Okay, these two. Alright, we can probably get rid of these guys if we do this. One more, please. Maybe one more. Okay. I'll go ahead and, just, what do we got? Actually, maybe we can use... I would rather use something that I have... No? Okay. We're just gonna go ahead and attack this guy. Get him. That was 21. That's pretty good. And we shot the bees. I feel bad about that, but we did. And we got Honey Ape's fingernail. I'm sorry we had to kill him to get it. Alright, so how much sleaze armor and stench armor do I have? I have 6 sleaze armor. Now I just need 6 stench armor. I know I can get 5. I know I can get 5. Maybe that does better than I thought it did. That gives me Mysticality and Moxie. That's pretty good. Alright, so yeah, we do have to equip the stench armor thing. Oh, okay. That helps. Poison, inspired. I need one more thing for stench armor, and I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Yeah, stench armor's only at 5. I need one more. I need one more. I've maxed out on my potions and my my pants. I can, or my accessories. It has to be like pants or something. Yeah, so I've got from food and from potions. That's what's maxing out my sleaze. I mean, I want to buy this anyway, so sure, why not? But still. I'm just short. I just need one more thing. Majesty's least favorite books. You're not even interested in the poems. Okay, so why do I have it then? I thought it would be something. Okay. Miscellany? What's your idea for stench armor, Rendraka? If it's possible, I'll consider it. We just need one more thing. Just one more thing. It has to be like a ring or something. The Cola War shop sells a hat. Okay, all right. Actually, there you go. That could work. That could definitely work. Ocean City. Tell me about your hats. What's for sale? There we go. Stench armor. Perfect. That should be the limitation of what I need. MB and back to the Big Moist, please. And then back to Babara's hut. Hopefully this is enough. We're gonna leave it alone for now. I wish I'd equipped the stench armor then, because then I would have been able to do it. Okay. Alright, let's take a peek. 7 stench armor, 6 sleaze armor, we can do it. Muck it out. You slop the filth out of the bird bath and hide behind a tree when no one can see it. Good, perfect. Alright, Baba Yaga smiles pleasantly. Talk to her. Hello, how are those chores going? Great, thanks. Go down to the basement and fetch a sack of birdseed for me. It's weird, I know. I think Granny's magic keeps it from collapsing. It also makes it kind of scary down there. You have a flashlight, right? Alright, now we're going to undo that. Let's go ahead and put on my over-the-top hat. We'll keep that thing going. Do this. And do this. Unless I have something better. Probably this. Or maybe this. I don't know. Alright, probably those. Yeah, okay. Inspiring ring. Yeah, we'll keep that going. And Ciabatta's pants. Yep. And there we go. That should be good. We'll keep whatever effect I've already got potion-wise going. Thank you, Rendrock. I appreciate it. Alright, head down to the basement. It's totally not a trap. I'm not worried about this at all. This fuse box is broken beyond repair. You have no choice but to dwell in the darkness. I have fuses, though. Wow, Barbara wasn't kidding about it being uncomfortably dark down here. I do have spooky armor. I can put on some spooky armor stuff. That I'm not so worried about. What was it? I mean, I have potions too, so that could work. But I swear to God, I had like a spooky. There we go. Let's put that on. Yeah, we can go deeper. Hi, mice. Now this is in our flavor, or in our wheelhouse. Okay. Now I need 2 spookies. So I can change my food up. That's all sleeves, that's all that. So it's potion, I guess. Okay, go ahead and drink that. Drink the ghost juice! Do I have anything better? I have fairy dust, this is the same. Alright, we're gonna drink the ghost juice. Yep, let's do it. I feel ghost juiced. Go deeper. Makes sense why she keeps this thing in the basement. Turn back. Scariest thing is about the kerning. A little bit. I don't particularly want to know what that puddle consists of. We don't have to. Jeez, that's a lot of rats. They're whispering, get out. You hear that, right? It's not just me. Go deeper. Go deeper. Oh god, the wall is bleeding here. The ground is starting to shake. Bits of dirt are falling from the ceiling. The rumbling noise sounds almost like someone's growling, your soul is mine. This seems like bad news. Go deeper. These must be the original Barbie Garga's magic books. Unfortunately, it's dark as inside of a dog down here. The ground is shaking even more violently and furiously. The walls howl, "Die, fool!" at you as rocks falling from the ceiling threaten to bury you alive. I need just one more. I need one more spooky thing. Come on, give me one more spooky goodness. Anything. I'll take anything. Come on now. Oh yeah, I forget I can do elemental armor, spooky. Oh, we've already got fairy dust, but we've got that potion too. That's equipped. No! We just need one more spooky. We just need one more spooky armor, that's all. Come on, man. Come on. Ah! I want to go deeper. It's right there. Anything would be good. Alright, does anybody have any more hints of something I can equip that's spooky? Fancy food. Yeah, there we go. Alright. We're good. We're good. Alright, that is gonna be more than enough spooky armor to get us there. Eat the spooky croutons. Yeah. Alright, you gain the effect crouton haunted. Ooh. There we go. There we go. I ain't scared. I ain't scared no things. Do you know who I am? I am the most least scared person of anything. I don't care if walls are bleeding. I don't care if there's a clock that's going boom, boom, boom. I don't care if the walls are shaking and bleeding and the bird seed's right there. Finally, get the seed and get out of here. Alright. It's fine. Everything's fine. We're good. Perfect. Alright, we got the birdseed. Hello, how are those chores going? Here's your sack of birdseed. You kinda undersold how scary it is down there. Sorry about that. Maybe I can learn a charm to keep the mice away? And the voices, the bleeding walls. Huh, doesn't sound familiar. Maybe your flashlight was acting up. Anyways, here's the feather I promised. Thanks. Okay, well, we are making progress on this, at least. Nuts to this swamp. Look, my best clad rags returned to actual rags. The stockings are silk. Well, now I guess they're silt. Oh, haha, you're about as funny as a rubber crutch. Now, come on, we'll keep moving. We'll be done here soon. Nothing doing. I ain't moving from the spot till I got a proper set of pin covers. She drops a nickel into a nearby payphone and calls urgently for a minute. How on the earth did you find a payphone in the middle of a swamp? I phoned my pop. He's sending along a pair of his old fishing waders. That isn't what I asked you. Before long, a delivery boy arrives with the waders and hands them over to Molly with the tip of his cap. Very fashionable. You'll knock him dead at the dance hall. Laugh it up, Buster, but if anyone I know gets peep on me wearing these, you're the one I'm gonna knock dead. Savvy? Alright, fair. Do I have enough to read this now? Not yet. Okay. Okay, so we can talk to this feller. Wow, thanks, mister. What was she like? Oh, yeah, this is the deep voice. Wow, thanks, mister. What was she like? She was pretty nice, actually. Sweet. And... no? Oh, yeah. It turned out you were right. Honey ape is totally a real thing. Oh my gosh, really? I knew it! Here's your tracing back and that fingernail you wanted. Oh. Something wrong? I guess I'm torn between excitement and indication of the fact that there's something much grislier object than I thought it was going to be. Oh, don't worry about it. The honey ape will be fine. It had 9 more. Yes, that's true. Anyway, thanks for your help. Here's another mouse squad badge. Sweet! This thing's really kind of taking off for me, ain't it? Let's take a look at it. Where is it? Monster Club sash. Yeah! Muscle, Miscatality, Moxie. This is really filling out. Good stuff. Inspired Ring, that's good. Employee of the Month Award, that's good. I think we're probably about as equipped as we're gonna be. I don't need to go hunting. We have 187, so I can definitely get this, which will be nice. I don't need the money, but the extra magical weapon attacks would be good. Okay. Now, if only I could get rid of that and that. And that as well. Okay. We still have no idea what else is going on here, but we have the Moonshiner's Shack, which is new. Flemberg Place. Yeah, we finished that quest. That's good. What else do we got going for us? We got a sunken boxcar. We can go there now. I'm sure it's fine. This looks very dangerous. Let's go in anyways. Oh boy. It's a diagonal hobo. Although I suppose from your perspective he looks normal. It's in italics. Oh, hi. Sorry, I didn't know anyone was living here. I suppose I should stop being surprised by that. That's quite alright. I'm Pepperidge Dolphin. Welcome to my humble abode. Thanks, I'm Eerie Eyebrows. Nice boxcar you've got here. Apart from it being a little steep. Steep? Oh, yes. You know, I've grown so accustomed to the tilt I hardly notice it anymore. Apart from when I try to play marbles. Your game must be really going downhill. Yes, quite. Your accent is different from most hobos I've met. Well, my family is from old money, you see. How old? Old enough that it all turned to dust. All that remains is a rambling old manor house that I can't afford to maintain, so I decided this would be a splendid opportunity to expand my horizons. The horizon is typically a bit more level. Why are you in a boxcar in a swamp? Well, to be honest, it's been difficult to part with the old estate. This is as far as I've been able to get before the homesickness becomes overwhelming. Ah, how bittersweet. Indeed. I wonder, could you spare the time to help me? Atomic Potato! You want some bone jitters? Alright, we can get you some bone jitters. I think we have some of those. Let me scrounge around down here a little bit. Y'all know what happened to bone jitters? Do we have any more bone jitters? Oh good, I found some. Yay! There's your bone cheaters, friend. Hello, hello. How are you doing? It's good to see you. Welcome. We are working. Well, I'm working on wrapping up some Shadows over Loathing tonight. But I seem to keep running into more quests and not resolving the quests I want to. But you know, it's fine. We found a tilted hobo. He's pretty cool. Aw, heck, thanks. Let's see. Indeed, I wonder, could you spare the time to help me? I could be done with the place if I had a proper souvenir. Specifically, my father's collection of antique padlocks. And you can't get them yourself because of the memories? It's more a lack of memories. I've forgotten where the keys are. Sure, I'll help you. I don't want to ask anything extra of them, but there we go. Thank you. There are 11 locks altogether. Except they won't actually be all together, will they? I'm afraid not, no. I'll mark the location on the house on your, Is this a sponge? There's also something I should tell you about the house. Oh, good, here it comes. I just wanted to let you know there aren't any ghosts haunting the property. There aren't any? That is correct, not a one. My family never suffered any violent or traumatic deaths. This is something you felt you had to warn me about. Not really a warning as such, just thought you might like to know. Huh, well, okay, thanks. An unhaunted house. It sounds splendiferously boring. Goodness. Sister Bella, hello, hello. I'll be back with 11 padlocks, I guess. Not really anything else in here, so we'll go ahead and get out of the tilted boxcar. And y'all, I'm glad y'all are showing up, but I'm actually getting ready to call it here. I love this game. I really do. It exhausts me vocally. There is so much reading that it just kind of burns me out after a little bit. And we've been going a little overtime tonight, so that's pretty good. We managed to make it a little further. But let's go ahead and see who else is still going.